Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Happy New Year. We streamed before New Year's Eve, or also New Year's Eve. Whatever it was. It was last year, in the past. We're in the future now. That's right, first stream of 2022. Good evening, everyone. Revenant, Nico, Bruce, welcome. Yeah, it's the first stream of the year, and it's pretty funny because I made the thumbnail for this. Evening, Ted. I made the thumbnail for this, and it's like, well, hang on, I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, I had to update the year on the date on it too, because I just out of habit just changed the month and the day on the text on the thumbnail. I'm like, oh, that's right, I got to change the year too. What year is it? Hope everyone had a good New Year's and a good start for 2022 so far. A good retro year, perhaps. Cutting Edge Retro, welcome. It's fun to be back, as always, in the spot, for sure, and waiting. And as usual, her nails are needing to be trimmed. She's kind of like digging in right now, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, first cat of the year here. Eventually, the dog will be able to be down here as well, but he's still too young, I think, to be in the basement here for us right now. So 8-month-old corgi puppy. So, but he'll be down here eventually, so we'll be able to say hi to him on stream. But as he gets a little older, I think he can do stairs up. He can't do stairs down yet because his short little hilariously funny legs. So anyway, figured like kind of go back and forth between different style of games. Like I felt like playing, quote unquote, a boomer shooter or an original one, and I didn't really play Hexen II. The Hexen II, I think, is the third in the trilogy of the Serpent Riders, if I understand right. Meaning where Heretic and Hexen, the first and second installment, Hexen II acts as the third installment, technically. Someone correct me. Eating Foil Fresh? That's the way I understood it anyway. So it's part of the Serpent Rider trilogy. And this one is pretty funny because in my mind, this used a Quake 2 engine. And I started playing it now. I was like, no, this is absolutely Quake 1 engine. And it's so Quake 1 is almost painful. Which is really cool, the fact that they kind of made it into a RPG, if you will, or, action RPG, I should say. RPG light. So it's a really neat game. I don't have the box for it, sadly. One that I would love to get at some point, for sure. But any of those adjacent games tend to go for quite a bit, so that's the problem now. And you always have that kind of value thing in your mind, right? Which one is worth it? Sooner or later, you're paying like, yeah, you can get about any big box games for a couple hundred, but then like that gets expensive fast. So I haven't gotten that one yet. Maybe I'll be lucky sometime and run it in the wild. Who knows? Probably not, but I'm not sure if anyone else has played Hexen 2. I basically just played a little bit now, and I played a little bit back in the day. I think like a demo or something. So I have not much experience with it at all, honestly. I know that it's on the Quake engine then, featuring, different classes. I already scoped out which class we're going to play, because we want an easy playthrough here now. I know it's one of the games that are a little more obtuse with puzzles and stuff, so we'll see if we have to look up an FAQ or not, but we'll find out. It seems like a real neat game, but then of course there's part of like kind of resurgence now, right? Because you have games like Graven, I think, which is kind of like a modern reimagining of Hexen. Good evening, and I think that is a most of the boomer shooter revival ones seem to be following Quake and those the Quake style, but there are very few that follow this kind of fantasy melee setting, and I think Graven follows that, right? So, goodness, cat hair. Yeah, this is GL Quake as well. It looks really neat, so we'll see. It's seems like it's a little bit quirky, but we are running on GL Quake for sure, and I have messed with the settings and everything to bind all the keys and everything, because it's pretty funny, and you hop into Quake now. It was before like FPS controls were standardized. When you boot up on FPS today, it's going to be controlled by WASD and mouse look. It's kind of like the default, right? When Quake and this game came out, that wasn't the standard. So like it was bound to like the arrow keys, and then like jump was like backslash and a whole bunch of stuff. So I rebound that to modern standards. Excuse me. So it actually plays intuitively, because when I started playing it, it was not feeling intuitive at all. So let's take a look at GL Hexens. We're running this. You'll see the specs here in a second. I will cycle them quicker here so we get to them. Come on. There we go. So we're running this on the K62300. You'll see the specs right here now. We were running this on the Voodoo 2. I did run this on the P166 Voodoo 1, and it ran fine. Because, I mean, that runs Quake just fine, but there were some areas, especially bigger open areas, that just really bogged down. And, I mean, it's running basically on a probably, you know, not necessarily tuned version of the Quake engine. I think they just added more junk in the scenes than Quake has. A lot more open areas than Quake had. And that just taxed the Voodoo 1. Fully playable, but it still just stuttered weirdly. So I opted to bring out the old K6 300 again, and with the Voodoo 2 in it, and that runs the game just beautifully, because the minimum spec for this is P90, and then, of course, a accelerator recommended. So it's neat. It's a neat game. It's a cool concept, and the fact that they kind of went there with doing a melee style, and of course you get a little splash screen. The drivers for the Voodoo 2, you unceremoniously just drop right in the beginning here. The actual cutscenes and stuff for the game are actually in the installation. That shows little videos and background and everything, but they're going to go punching everything. And the thing, as I understand, with the Heretic and Hexen games is that they rely a lot on, like, you know, puzzles and things like that versus just standard shooting. So this machine is a custom build. If you go and watch, I did a two-parter on the channel for this one. So this is a mini AT tower that has a motherboard in it that supports AT and ATX, and has a socket 7 in it with 66 megahertz bus. So this one has a K6 300 in it. And I just built this basically from scratch from that perspective. And I wanted something to use for the Voodoo 2. And before anyone says anything, yes, a Voodoo 2, of course, is not seeing the max potential on this processor. And that's, we'll deal with that in the future. So, eating Christopher. But I felt this is a very period accurate build. This is a Windows 98 machine through and through. It's got Windows 98 First Edition. It has then a K6 300 that was out in 98. It's got a Voodoo 2 who was out in 98. It's got a Soundmaster IDB64 Gold that was out in 98. The only thing really in here that is not era appropriate exactly is a compact flash, or sorry, an SD card reader or an SD card adapter for the hard drive. I don't have a spinning disk in here. That's really the only concession for this machine. And otherwise, it is 1998 spot on accurate. So, like many of those things, it's interesting because I get comments on that on my videos sometime too, and they're like, "Oh, well, you should run, you know, a 1200 megahertz processor on this Voodoo 3 because it will, you know, run better." Yes, it will, but a lot of times the things I'm doing is almost more period correct, and I had fun with that a little bit because this is more of a typical machine. Like, you know, not everyone had the latest and greatest processor, and it's fun to experience that too. Don't get me wrong, it's fun to, like, blast through everything too, but sometimes it's fun to just do period accurate and kind of mess with it that way. Because not everyone had the latest and greatest. So in this case, someone with a K6 300 saw the Voodoo 2 come out, and they went and plunked down their money to play games, and here you go. They can play, you know, this is, again, period accurate for the year. But a Voodoo 2, I think, can scale much higher. I think Phil from Phil's Computer Lab did a scaling project, right, for the Voodoo 2. It scaled really high. Like, there's a lot more overhead than this processor can give it. So this is the Voodoo 2 8 megabyte version, so it's not even the big one. So, but we're going to play some Hexen 2 tonight. We are going to play, we have a few classes. That's the thing that this game does. It has 4 classes to pick from. Paladin, the Crusader, Necromancer, and Assassin. So, oh, very nice. Yeah, DX4 400 or 100 with the Voodoo 1. That's, again, very period accurate. It's like not everyone had the top Pentium to run on a Voodoo. So, yeah, I know it's the 8 megabyte one. This one I got for free, so I shouldn't complain too much. But it was at work years ago, 3 jobs ago, and they had like a box of just like that things that have come in for recycling, which is video cards. And I just flipped through it, and there was a Voodoo 2. Oh, cool! I grabbed that, and they're like, "Yeah, I just take it." And that was before Retro Craze, so no one wanted that at all. So it's been sitting in my drawer now for, I mean, probably 10 years before I used it now for this build. So it's more period accurate, because think about it this way. You have a budget machine, this K6 300, not top of line, not the fastest, the 66 bus one. And instead of, like, you know, buying latest and greatest, they bought the cheap Voodoo 2. They wanted the Voodoo 2, and they bought that one. So, you know, I don't know, it's cool. Yeah, exactly. Get machine or games to run. So, yeah, exactly. That was the thing in the collection box. It was just, I grabbed something else. I want to say I got one of the, yeah, I think the All W64 Gold that's in here came from that box as well. Because, again, I think they had So I think they had someone come in and they stripped out the parts they thought they might be able to use, and they just sat in a box forever. And then yeah, I usually anywhere I work, I always kind of put the word out that hey, if you want retros, if you're getting rid of retro stuff, just bring it to me. I'll look through it. And that's how I got a Banshee a while back too, because my coworker just came and dropped a box with like dust in it and like cobwebs on it, and he was like, I need to throw this away. No, I need to make Rick throw it away. So he brought it to my desk, which had a lot of junk in it, mind you. But in there was also then a Banshee AGP. I'm like, well, I'll take that. So, oh, okay. I didn't realize you could do that, but I'm not sure I'm going to attempt that because I'll probably butcher it. But for now, this is a, again, period accurate machine. I do have plans probably to upgrade the processor on this one to still make it period accurate, but probably a little faster to give the Voodoo 2 a little more breathing room. But I don't know. It feels accurate to have it in this machine. Excuse me. And we streamed on this before too. Ian and Joseph, happy New Year and Merry Christmas for sure. Hope everyone had a good time. We just kind of hung out here. The people we were going to hang out with, that we were going to hang out with, got sick, so we just kind of hung out by ourselves and watched some Twilight Marathon and played some games and had a good time. Just the wife and I, and that was really fun. A lot of kids and a lot of noise all the time, so it's fun to just kind of slow down sometimes and just do stuff you enjoy. So, uh-oh, yeah, broken Voodoo 2s. So yeah, there's 4 classes in this game. You have the Paladin, which is just your typical melee fighter. You have the Crusader, which is kind of the holy fighter, can heal himself, Necromancer, caster, and the Assassin. We're going to play this on the easy mode, which would be the Paladin, because it's just a good old punching fest of everything. And I'm not very good at this game. I haven't played it much at all. So we're going to do it the easy way out. The Paladin is just a very robust, good first class. The kicker with that, there's no ranged weapon on this character that I know. You use melee only, which makes it tricky in some scenarios, but we'll go with it. I'll allow it. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Brain Drain Retroland is in Sweden, right? That's the one. And I did contemplate going this year because, I mean, Sweden is my home country, and it would be feasible. I'm hoping to go some year. I actually have my high school computer still there at my parents' place. It's a P3500, which would be perfect period range for the Brain Drain LAN. So I could basically bring parts to make that one workable. If nothing else, I might try and bring it back next time I'm there, because it's, of course, very nostalgic for me, that machine. It doesn't have anything else, and I think I stripped it for parts, basically. So it's got the P3500, and then I don't remember what else is in there. Probably some basic video card now. But that would be functional for that, because they basically, the Brain Drain Retro LAN, right, is a, I think like 98 to 99, or 97 to 99, or something like that range only. Like that's all they allow. So that makes it very specific on the era. The difficulty is based on little titles here. They're different from every class. If you go to Crusader, they're different here, but we're chums, so we're going to play on the easy difficulty. And you're unceremoniously loaded into the game. That's pretty much it. So the Quake engine, of course, in this basic form, did not have much for storytelling besides text. So I'm trying to think, there's probably games that use the Quake engine itself to make it more dramatic, right? There's plenty of them that use the Quake 2. I think of like Anachronox. It's like an RPG that uses the Quake 2 engine. Are there any more advanced games using Quake 1 engine besides just shooters? I don't know. So, oh, awesome. I need to get in touch with him too, though. It'd be awesome to do a LAN. I would love to figure out a thing to do a LAN, and I'm really a novice when it comes to that as far as I assume there's some VPN solution to connect the retro computers together, or tunneling or something like that. So it'd be awesome to do that sometime. We'll have to figure something out. I'll think about it. To do a retro game night where we all just get on Discord and just blast each other on some Unreal Tournament or something. That would be really fun. So, we're now in Hexen II. Just bam, like this. And this uses, of course, the very traditional Voodoo smooth graphics, the smooth texture. Now, I did enable a feature, and some of you may not be aware of this, but you don't actually have to have these blended textures when you're playing on a Voodoo. To me, this is Voodoo, right? The early Voodoo stuff. This blended texture, which was a big deal when it came out. I mean, I was just like, holy crud, it's like you can't even see the pixels. It's amazing. Now it looks kind of blurry, right? But you actually have the option to disable that. You can actually do that in Voodoo and make it look like software. So if we do pixel on, And this is a batch coming out and it runs. Now you can see how pixelated we got. And it's actually running under acceleration still, but now it's pixelated like software mode. So you can actually run this game in pixelated software mode while still accelerated with GL. Even Doppler. And that is an option. And I found it almost... This is how the retro shooters do today, right? They don't emulate that smooth out, blurry look, if you will. They go for this pixelated software look. But now you get the horsepower with the Voodoo, and still be able to get that pixelated look. So I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll play like this a little bit. If you wanted me to switch back to the other mode, I can do that just easily as well. I wrote an article quick about that. It's like I found a page basically that explains how to do this. And it looks pretty cool. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the pixelated look like this because it's charming. But now, this style, of course, is what I remember from Voodoo, you know? There's no denying this is what, to me, was Voodoo look. But it's cool. So let me know if you want me to play with the original smooth look, or if we want to keep it like this pixelated. We'll leave it pixelated for now, because that is very charming. We're a paladin, so we're going to run around and punch things. Because that's what we do. Oof. Yeah, exactly, on the Voodoo 1 for sure. This game, then, is definitely runnable on Voodoo 1. They're trying to do pretty cool, like, scripted things and story things. Look at that pixelated flame there. It's fun that this era is coming back. And it's just, like, you know, so many boomer shooters trying to emulate this look now. Which is awesome. The fact that it's come back after so long. This era now, because I mean there's so many of these boomer shooters coming out. When I say boomer shooters, I think, you know, the Quake 1 style, because there's like, you know, your Graven and your medieval, or a medieval, and well, yeah, that's a given, Tad, but you know, we can do it in a fancy manner, like punching this tree. Smack, smack, smack that tree. And yes, you can. There's a lot of destructible things in this game. I'm thinking again that this is, you know, written in the Quake engine. I'm leaving messages in case I fail to destroy Eidolon. I begin in Castle Blackmarsh, where famine waits. I've heard strange rumors of an invincible crystal golem that protects the entrance to Famine's lair. Perhaps the King's mages know a way to grant me the power to destroy it. I believe that the Brotherhood of Hunger may hold some clues, and knowing that I must acquire the Amulet of Hunger from the castle treasury. Tyrannith. Ooh. Wi-Fi trouble? And it's funny, too, because, like, you know, the Voodoo 2 is more than powerful enough to run this game. I mean, this machine is overkill, technically, for this machine, for this game. Although, when I installed it, it said, like, you know, you need a Pentium 90 to run this game at least. And, like, well, the K62 wasn't detected properly, which is expected. But the choppiness or, you know, movement style, you can tell how much, like, this is Quake, right? It's very Quake. That's correct, in this game at least. How the, like, kind of skipping around movement style is so Quake. And it's, of course, now this feels like, you know, this could come out as a retro shooter and be successful. Punch is really good. You have inventory items, you level up in this game, and you get experience and strength and abilities and stuff like that. So there are, ooh, here we go. With weapon upgrade, we got the sword. The thing with the Paladin is that it doesn't require any mana to swing the sword around. That's right, I remember you talking about that. I should probably take a look at it, because I know you linked it, and then I was going to look at it, and I completely forgot about it. I don't think it's this polling right here, at least on the mouse. I think it's just the way that, because I'm using just keyboard movement. I'm just talking how, to me, it feels like any Quake character just kind of skips around. And, of course, runs like a bat out of hell. I mean, super fast. Whee! The will. And there's, like, pretty big sprawling levels you have to explore and find secrets and stuff. And it's an interesting game. Who's hitting me? Of course, I don't have any ranged weapons, so that makes my... I gotta run up and hit him, but... It's a cool design of a game, I think. It's like on the line in your stomach. It's a terrible Arnold, I'm sorry. Apologize. And again, I can get in here. That's a way out somewhere. You know, you get cool shadows and everything, and all this stuff. There you go. It's a different hub sound. It's not the same as Quake, is it? A different one. Yep. Look at that water effect. We could run this in soft, run this machine too, of course, but it feels like, to me, the voodoo acceleration is just too iconic not to do it. Yep. Spiders and swords. And a lot of precision jumping. I don't think I can make it up there because I'm not good enough here. It probably is. You're not wrong. Can I make it up there? I'm talking about, like, this movement here. See how it's, like, kind of chugging as you move? To me, that's always been indicative of Quake, and I figured it was just a kind of like how the engine is done, or I wouldn't say limitation, because, I mean, the Quake engine was, of course, quite advanced for its time, being full 3D and everything. But then Hexen II came out in... Oh, I almost made it there. In 97, which, of course, was after then. Quake had been out for a while. Hey, I made it. Huzzah. Chaos device. Well, that's probably important. Evening, Alex? Yeah, it's a thing. I kind of want to play through the whole series, but that's the problem. It's like, I find it challenging with retro, right? Because there's so many things, especially old classics I never experienced. Like, oh, I really should play that. I really should play that. And before you know it, your should playlist is like 150 games, so... Yes, there's sheep. Get away, spiders. There we go. Yeah, demos, it was... Boy, it's easy to forget that now, but, I mean, I played so many demos on demo discs. I subscribed to the Swedish PC Gamer, which was streamed as well. But just the demos, because, I mean, often you got a really good idea what the game was about through a demo. It was really awesome. A spider biting me somewhere? Probably. Yep. Take that, bench. You can ring the bell here, too. Wrong one. Okay, open up the door down there. There's a bell. Look at that bell there. There's a spider. Go away. But it's, yeah. I enjoyed the demo so much. And I remember... I mean, I looked forward to it because it was like, you got the CD on the cover disc or something, and it had, like, you know, freaking 20 demos on it, and I would just go through, like, almost all of them and then decide. And I mean, a lot of the big boss games you see behind me, I bought in that era because I would sample it and try it. Oh, cool. And I'd read about it in the magazine, and like, oh, cool, this looks really nice, or whatever, and I'd buy it from there. It's like, that was how I spent most of the money I had as a kid, so, take that book. I don't like reading around here. I think that opens this door here. Aha! But it's something very, very charming about this design, or this graphic style, I will admit. I think we already went here. Okay, we'll go again. A lot of destructible environments and everything, and yes, ground levels. Anything you have to look down to attack like that, not a big fan. It is pretty funny. I am running right now constantly, but he just flies forward. I think that's one of the things that the new... Oh, hello. The windmill, why not? Okay, the Song of Storms here. Don't think I can get in there yet, right? You need the will key. I don't think I have the will key. You have items to use as well? Ooh, barrels. The Mystic Urn. All these things can be used to do stuff. So we don't have that to get in. But to me, it's like, you look at this design here, and you come from Quake, which is pretty, you know, industrial and, you know, hallways, and not much beyond that. And then you get this sort of thing. I always felt it was really cool when we started seeing games like this that did full 3D and kind of cool environments. Now, the environment is pretty tight here, right? Because they probably don't have enough, resources to run this in an open environment. But, I don't know, it's still really cool. Started seeing more creative things as people figured out the engine, so. Oh, wow, yeah. A really powerful... Like, there's something really cool, and I'm going to, at some point, cover an XP machine of what that caliber is, Ted, because I think it's something that people often forget. It's like, it may not be as exciting as some of this really old retro stuff, but a, like, Core 2 Duo or, like, a system like that caliber with XP on it is just a phenomenal retro machine. You can do so many things with it. And it's powerful enough to run, like, boot emulation on it and stuff like that, or DOSBox, and it can be an all-in-one retro machine, if you will. And I think that's something that's often overlooked because it's not as, cool or sexy as some of these real retro stuff, so. Yeah, you're right. This little show over there. It is moving fast, too. Fast-moving system. Yeah, right, too, in that point there that, yeah, now it's like, yeah, pay for the whole thing, but good luck on knowing if you're going to like the game or not. It is kind of a bummer. Rang the bell, so... It runs so fast, it's ridiculous. Yep. Yep. We're gonna go back this way now. There we go. So you get abilities as you level up. There's a sheep. Sorry, sheep, you would get gibbed, so... yeah, it is pretty cool. I think an XP probably, if you... It really is the best bang, and I think if anyone asks me, like, what's, probably my favorite one's gonna be the P3 era. It's just the broadest and probably where I played the most PC games, but if you ask for what's the best way to get into retro really cheap, yeah, just pick up something in mid-2000s that can run XP on it with support, and you're off to the races. I mean, there's so many cool things you can play on something like that. Is it gonna be native everything? No, but it can run so many things. And it'll run a lot of, like, the 3D games super well. You're... I should jump in the water and see if there's anything. Uh-huh. Of course there's something in the water. Why wouldn't there be? I believe one of the Paladin's abilities that he can breathe underwater forever. The Pentium D. There's a joke in there somewhere. But I won't go there. We're a highbrow channel. Oh, yeah, spiders. Of course there's spiders. Use a health flask here. There we go. Plenty of those, so... I'm gonna wreck it. Oh, wow. Look at that. They even, like, put in little boxes here. I'm gonna wreck this whole thing. I have the death matchmaker for this, where you can build your own levels for Quake 1. I bought it, and I had the big box. And unfortunately, that box got lost in a move sometime. I have the CD still, and you can actually build levels pretty easily, but I bought it dirt cheap, but then never ended up using it, so. Yeah, this is 800 by 600. I originally ran it at the 640 by 480 on the Voodoo 1, and I switched to the Voodoo 2. I figured, like, well, we can crank it up. And let the scaling be a little better, too, on the capture. So I'm scaling this to 1280 by 960, which you're seeing, which is not integer scale, but that's kind of the nature of the beast for streaming. If I were to do it native here now, it would be all black bars and everything. So yeah, we basically have, 800 by 600 scaled to 1280 by 960 using area scaling, which is then piped into OBS. So that's what you're watching. But it's 800 by 600. Here, I think it gives us a recipe. You need the Bone Dust of Loric to complete the spell and create the Potion of Mithril Transmutation. 180 degrees Fahrenheit? I'm not sure that's a safe range for any processor, just saying. I'm not an expert, but that sounds bad. Barbican. The Barbican. Let's go in here. It's funny how efficient cooling has gotten now, because, like, so I have a newer computer, right? And it's got one of those massive, like, Noctua, huge ones on it. Runs quiet, super cold. We just got a new pre-built for my wife. And it came with a stock cooler or whatever, and it's super quiet, runs great, and it's just air cooling has gotten really good. Because I think back to my favorite one's got to be the Athlon 1200 I had, which I'm bummed I don't have anymore, but it ran so flippin' hot. It was so hot. But before coolers, I mean, maybe I'm wrong remembering this, but it feels like coolers have gotten larger because they figured out that a larger fan can cool better than a fast, small fan, and at least less noisy. And I had the orb cooler, and the orb was basically a full cylindrical thing that had one layer, but you could do the double orb. It was what I had, and it had two fans stacked on top of each other, but still just like this large, like freaking 60 millimeter fans or something. And they whined, and they were so loud. And I can't imagine that's efficient because you had two layers of fans blowing on each other. It wouldn't be efficient for the bottom fan. It's just, I mean, it was stupid, but that's what was needed to keep that 1200 cool. And I've told the story before, but the first time we built it, I had a friend help me, and we're building it. And I'm like, "Do you smell something?" I'm like, "Oh crap!" I turned it off, and then took the cooler off. We had used too little thermal paste, and the AMD Athlon logo got burned into the bottom of the heatsink on the cooler permanently. The ink from the AMD stamping transferred over to the cooler. Oops. The processors were undamaged, and we put some cooling paste on. It was fine. So that was a fun one. There we go. You get into bigger areas now, and it actually starts chopping a little bit. But now you get a little bit of that interactivity here. Because we got something fun here. Look. What should I do here? How do I get through the door? Well, we launched a sheep. Well, that gives me an idea. How do I get over here? We'll just do this, and whee! Whoop, too low. Let's try again. Whee! You know, stuff like that was fun, that they did this kind of thing. I feel like, and this is Raven Software, unless I'm incorrect. They had fun with this, and Raven, of course, is kind of like started to become a powerhouse at this point. They did many of my favorite Star Wars games, obviously, so kind of legendary developer now, which unfortunately I believe they are making Call of Duty games over and over now. That studio, so. So maybe not quite as exciting as some of the other classes here now, but it is effective. Oh, they closed the door. However, will I get through? Like, breaking this cart. That sounds about right, yeah. I think that it's funny how many people use, like, jury rigging to, you know, cool a video card above all, because, I mean, I think many Voodoo 3s have a zip-tied fan on it, to be honest, right? It's just a very effective way to get it cooler. Because if I understand it right or remember right, the Voodoo 3, for example, is a very hot card, so... yeah. It's fun how cooling has gotten so freaking efficient. That's what's weird to me. It's like, I have an air-cooled PC now that when I'm doing rendering, I can barely hear anything. Like, you know, it's just got a huge fan on the front. And it's like one of those, like, 120 or 160 millimeter fans or whatever. And, you know, it pulls in so much air, and then it's just, it's a far cry from, no, Far Cry game. Looking at old cases where you didn't have space for that kind of fans, and, I don't know, fan technology has really improved. PC technology in general has improved. So yeah, I believe the Paladin basically never runs out of air, because he's awesome. And there's little squid things here. Shooting weapon would be just terrific right now, but we don't have so luck. That's true, yeah. Heat pipes. Transferring the heat away to somewhere else. With the fans, they can do it much more efficiently now. Besides just a fan blowing on a heatsink, right? So... what's this then? So yeah, I think the Paladin basically never runs out of air because he's that awesome. Oh, classy. I believe this is latrine. So, you know. Yeah, it's funny because when I built my wife's last computer, it's very old by now. The case she wanted to use was not... it did not have room for any larger fans, so it has 80 millimeters in it, and it is just loud as a result. And I cheaped out on fans to it and by the top of the line, but her new computer now it's you know, basically whisper quiet, so take that table. Can wreck everything here. Courtyard. A lot of little secrets here. Yeah, this game's really cool. Oh, I gibbed something there. Oh, it's not... Something's giving me. Oh, there's a ballista over there. That hurts. Who shoots a ballista? That really hurts. There we go. Got plenty of healing potions. Something's shooting me, though. Can't open that. Oh, there's a guy down there with a bow. Geronimo! We'll have to stream Graven sometime. I'm a little curious on that one. Ooh. There's a sword I already have, and there's a... I assume this goes to the same underwater canals here. Yeah. We'll use some of these abilities or things sooner or later. Take that. I'm gonna wreck all of this stuff. I love destructible environments. So much fun. We don't have any explosions right now, of course, so... wreck everything here. Hexen II is a jerk to local vendors. Let's see... This is a drawbridge, then. I'm so used to... There's no secondary attack in this game. You just swing the sword, and that's it. We'll chop you there now. Just doing my mouse. I need the cancel key. I'm using an optical mouse now, so... So that's at least improved, but... Seems to me either the KVM doesn't quite like having a optical mouse in or something. Oh, there's a door ramping through. There's no map in this game, so you just kind of gotta wing it. You acquired the boots of speed. Huzzah. There's the latrine. Wreck everything. Disc of repulsion. I assume that will balance things. So I probably should start using some of these items here now. We're playing on easy difficulty, so. Evening, Ben. Welcome. Yep, definitely a classic, and one that I'm... Well, that looks like a secret button there. That I'm shameful to admit I have not played really much at all, so... Well, this is interesting. Can I use this? Am I in control? Haha! Nice. They just step on the platform and there's a... I don't think there's anything else to shoot here. Just the one guy. It's probably a bigger amount of enemies here if you are playing on a harder difficulty, but we're not, so take that, barrels. Okay, I'll keep shooting the tower. Looks like it's kind of broken there, so... There we go, he destroyed the old tower. Ooh, there's a portal in there. There we go. Evening Yoda, welcome. No, I don't stream full-time. So, yeah, you know, I'm not a streamer. I wouldn't call myself that. I call myself almost a YouTuber that streams occasionally. I do stream weekly, basically. Ooh, activated drawbridge. Oil. There's a hole here. Whee! So I stream weekly, basically, just as a fun thing. I might stream more often if it weren't for just my schedule. I work full-time, and I have 3 kids, so streaming full-time will be challenging for me. So yeah, it's just something I do a little bit here and there, so... yeah, it's very basic-looking, Yoda. I'm actually running right now. We looked at it earlier, but this is Voodoo accelerated, GL Hexen, or GL Quake, as it were, same engine. You can actually turn on the smoothing... What I have right now is I had the acceleration on. This is texture blending, so you can actually disable that. You can still get the Voodoo acceleration without the texture blending, and it almost feels a little more nostalgic to me. Like, this is, yes, this is what I remember from Voodoo. But it gets kind of neat, because you can get the same performance boost from the Voodoo, And, you know, smooth now, of course. You can get the same performance boost from the Voodoo, but then still get the software pixelated look, so this is a neat way to experience it as well. We can play a little bit like that. Let's see. I need a barrel to get up there. Oh! There we go. Half-Life 2 physics, eat your heart out. That's not working so well. Physics puzzles. Where did it go? Yeah, it's kind of weird how the slipperiness. I'm not sure how to describe what how you slip around so much in Quake. It feels like the controls are pretty loose and very, very, very fast. But I mean, there's a little physics interaction. Look at that. Aha. Oh, the wizard here. It teleports. But I have a big sword, huh? Paladin gained a level. A spider here. I got a level now, which increases my stats. Look at that. That guy over there. There's a lot of stuff to explore. Well, that makes it really cool. Look at that. Secret. Ooh. You have the bracers. We have the meats. Look at that. Lots of secrets. Holy buckets. And again, that's, to me, why it feels kind of cool. Oh, that was the button that opened that. Kind of cool that you have this kind of environment, right? That, you know, Quake... I think, personally, I'm kind of tired of military installations and bases. We've done that so much now that it's kind of overplayed now. Especially in this era here where we got into 2000s and stuff like that, and everything was a military shooter or a space, you know, or a space marine, and we've done that a few times now. So how do I get to that tower? That guy's dead. He is now, anyway. It's also hilarious to me how fast you're moving still, because you're just flying. A large mithril wall, so that's what I need the mithril necklace to get through that, I'm guessing. Am I actually drowning? Yep, I was drowning. Apparently you can't breathe water forever. Support glide naval? I'm a little rough or rusty on the end of the glide there and everything. Oh, a ring of water breathing. Well, that's helpful. Look at the texture edge there is not really holding on, but that's fine. All part of the experience. So now I can actually have a higher HP now because I leveled up, so... So now I'm not sure where to go now. We'll just move around, I guess. I don't think I have the castle key yet. Nope. Now, it's a matter of where to go, because this game is definitely more maze-like. Because where I shot that tower, where was that? Probably to get up there again, wherever that was. That was up here somewhere. Is this where that ballista was? No, that was not. There's the drawbridge. Already opened that. Let's see, and this is just the room. And that's the latrine. We don't need to fall down there. It's one ballista. Yeah, keep wanting to press right mouse button for like another special attack, but there is none in this game, so. So let's see. That's where I came in. Nothing you can do. I'll admit I'm not a very video card or graphics API aficionado, so I won't be able to say much to bring to the conversation there. I just like playing games. and hitting things with my big sword. There it is. So can I jump over there now? Whee! I sure can. Got some leg muscles, my boy. Come on. How do I tell if a barrel's gonna explode? Ooh, the key. The mill key. Okay, so I can get to the mill now. Does that teleport me back there by chance? Because that would be sweet. Oh. See, it's cool. You kind of gotta, like, explore and stuff like that. I mean, it's a little dizzying how much you have to explore. How about a tree? I have the underwater ring now, which looks like it runs out of energy based on that there. So now I need to get back to the mill. I got the key for that. So I need to get back up into the castle, which is down here. That was the latrine. I can go up here. If I remember right, looking this up game a little bit, I try and do a little research on each game I play so I don't go in completely blind, because I don't want to just, you know, have to have people watch me run around like a crazy person for a few hours. But what I found on this game, looking it up, is that it is not necessarily intuitive in many things. Did I open the drawbridge? Thought I opened a drawbridge. Pretty sure I opened a drawbridge in my game. Open the drawbridge a little bit. Oh, you can fall down here. Oh, I'm getting lost even more. Yeah, they lean into the you know, the medieval thing here, and oh, they move the barrel back. Lame. Everything's blocked off. Take that, barrel. Ah. Come on, barrel. You can do it. Anyway, what I found looking it up... Oh, their barrel's still there, huh? Alright, fair enough. That this game is not always easy to find the way. There's a lot of run around, and there's a lot of getting stuck and figuring out exactly what each button does, or, you know, whatever. Which I managed to run in a loop now. Goody. Alright, we'll swim again here then. That's the mithril one, so we have to remember that. Once I get the mithril necklace, this door is open now. This is the beginning. The drawbridge is still closed, so I can't get up here. I don't think so anyway. Right, so this is where that tower was. We've been there. Starting to kind of build a map in my mind now, because, yeah, there's no map in this game at all, which it probably could benefit from. Okay, so we need to lower the drawbridge. I think was up here. Yep. Which I thought I'd already done. Fire still going. Oh. They're here. Oh, come on. Did I get stuck in here again now? Grr. Yeah, there's no music in this one. It might just be the copy I'm using, too. Boy, my mouse is really wigging out now. I just want to get out of this castle. I want to walk and jump down there. This is the courtyard area. Yeah, the CD, I think that the version I'm using should have CD, but alas, it does not right now. Where is the... Ah. There it is. I found my way out of the castle. Hooray, we can go back to the mill now. Yeah, so I bought it on GOG, actually.com, to own the license, if you will. But then the version I'm playing is lacking the CD. It has the CD, but not the CD audio, so. Okay, we gotta find our way back to the mill now. We have the mill key. So that's the thing. A lot of running and backtracking, a little Metrovania style to it here, which I enjoy, but it's hard to figure out where to go. I can just hook my way through the game so you guys can get some entertainment, the music or sound. Speed running, jumping, circle strafing, and all that good stuff. So this is not the way to the mill because this is the beginning area. I think we have to go right. There we go. In here. Open the door. Yeah, yeah. That's the thing that's a little weird with this game is like there's large sections where you're not fighting anyone, you're just trying to find your way around stuff, when that's I feel like, you know, that's kind of research a little bit, especially with the Doom and Doom Eternal now. They kind of do the same thing where you're hunting around for stuff. So that was not the mill. I think that's through here. There it is. I have the mill key now. Ha! Open the door. So... you need the Bones of Loric. Really? So this lets me grind that down once I find the Bones of Loric. I assume I need the castle key for that then. Oops, I'm taking a lot of damage doing this. I don't know that I saved. I realized I hadn't saved at all. That would be brutal to redo that. So this is where I need to grind the bones down. But I need the bones first, which I assume you get through the castle door, so we need to find the castle key, so... yeah, this is what I figured how this game would end up, because it is a lot of hunting around, so... sheep angered me. That glorious animation on that bell there. Again, it is really neat because you got to place it for when this came out, right? There's a lot of other cool games in '97 too, but this, I think, is just, again, very period accurate, of course. But look at that, you can wreck that. Is there anything behind here? Nope. Oh, my mouse is really just pausing a lot. I'm not sure if it's the game or if it's the... like, my mouse has stopped allowing me to mouse look now. Stopped working altogether. I think it's to do with the KVM switch, probably. Let me try and switch over here. Nope. Who needs mouse look? Play this game with keyboard. I have to quit out and jump in again. That's the thing I was afraid with this laser mouse, that it wouldn't like this. Splash. So let me save and quit out and see if I can get the mouse to recognize in Windows again. Haha. This is PS2 as well, so it's not gonna like detecting it. Reboot time. If this ends up being too much of a problem, we'll switch back to the old mouse, but all part of the retro experience, right? Yeah. And that's what I just tried as well. It is right down here, but it would not play nice, so... this particular one, no, it's got one CD-ROM drive. It has a floppy drive and then the SD card reader for the hard drive, and that's it. So, nothing else in this particular machine. Yeah, and there's a lot of old stuff right at old games, right? That's not going to run nice on newer stuff. See the volume here now. That's right. This music has no right to be this cool. There's our mouse back. We can play GL Hexen again. Haha. Yeah, I think it's just this particular mouse. I think it's just my KVM doesn't like mice with wheels. I may have to get a new KVM, basically. Maybe a more modern one that has more features in it or something. This is a very basic one I got from work years ago. It's the metal one, so that's where the CD starts spinning, but it never actually gets anywhere. So yeah, it's weird how you're so conditioned to autosave now. You always think, oh, I have the autosave to fall back on. You don't think about it that these games didn't have it. It's weird they never did. I mean, I'm sure programmatically they could have, but it was just quick saving or manual saving. And of course here now, if I hadn't saved there, that would have been a very bad time. There we have mouse again. Haha. So yeah, I think it's just, I don't know if it's a KVM or this particular mouse just don't play nice together for some reason. That's the mill. I have to find my way back to that castle. Feels like there should be something more here than just... It seemed very creepy right there, and there was nothing, so... We'll bunny hop our way back here. So let's explore the castle a little more. I'm not sure if it's just a pure secret, or what's going on there. Mill. I've been to the mill. And there are more weapons as well. This is not a game where you just pick up weapons constantly. I think you get like 4 weapons per class that you find just through the course of the game. So we don't have the mithril. Yeah, you need the bone dust of the Loric, so we need to do that. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Yoda. I'll see you next time. I'm gonna run around swinging my sword at things. Barbican, so that's the castle. So we need to find the Bones of Loric. And to find that, I'm assuming maybe that's a boss fight, but we have to find the key to get into the big door first, so... Alright, we can go get some lunch, foil. There's the catapult again. That was fun, but took a lot of health, so... We won't do that. We're gonna keep running here now and see what we can find. And that's where, you know, modern game design really is just wonderful, and how there are really a lot of good games that, you know, this is good for the time for sure, but it definitely has a couple rough edges in the sense that right now, then you basically have this wide open area, and you got to figure out what to do, right? And there's very little guidance besides just look around the castle. And that's where I think modern game design has gotten really good. You can see through here. Came through. I'll check each area here now. Sleeping chamber. That's secret. I went through here, right? That's where the ballista was. I blew up the tower. So where might the key be for... We open a drawbridge. Oh, I see you can wreck this here. This is the entrance for the... Yeah, it's just a drawbridge, okay. So nothing there. We may have to end up looking up a FAQ or something eventually, but... So you can jump through that here as a secret. I think. Yeah. So I wonder if the other side is a secret too. Nope. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Come on. Let's see, I've been in here too, of course. That was the secret door here. Smack the wizard around here. There was no key here. There was a guy there, though. I figured he would have had a key or something, but I guess not. I don't have any keys in my inventory. Smash the bed? No, no, I cannot. This is where I jumped up. More secrets there. Hmm. Take that tree. I don't think I can cut the tree down. Nothing else over here. Just some extra items. So where might we find that stuff? Anything else underwater? I think this is the dead end of this here. Yeah, nothing here. Let's swim this way. And that's what I figured eventually I might have to look up an FAQ or something, so. Just the beginning here. Oh, you can't actually make it up here. No, you can't. Yeah, you can. Alright, there's a way up here. Alright, Alex, time for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Or when I see you next time. Have a good week. A weekend. It's almost a weekend. Alright, appreciate it. Yeah, whenever. It's like, the way I wanted these streams to be is that people can come and go. Whenever feel obligated, they have to show up, whatever. I want people to come and hang out and chat, and that was it. So, or I mean, smash that like button, and don't forget the bell and all that stuff. You do you, and I'll be here. Wow, I can wreck everything here. Take that, random poor vendor. Oh, you can just wreck this whole thing. Take that. It's funny, when I started out, I did try and do the subscribe and everything, and I kind of stopped doing that in my videos. I feel a little cringy, I suppose, but I mean, I get it. You got to grow sometime, right? So I just, at this point, I just want to grow naturally. So yeah, that's the thing too. So I did buy the GOG version, but that's not functional on Windows 98 as far as I know. So I'm running a different version, and I just don't have the CD. CD is in there. But yeah, it's not playing or trying anyway, so. But if it's like Quake, you can pop in any CD. That's pretty funny to play whatever audio music, but whatever game music. Well, I'm open to suggestions, because this is just kind of not going anywhere right now. I've been up there. Yeah, it's just here. That's nothing. I need to find the castle key. Wreck the bed. I don't know, something just great with that little fire here. Might be another secret somewhere. That's right, yeah, I seem to remember that. I'll have to look that up. That just falls down to the beginning. So where, oh where, might there be a key? That closed the drawbridge. I don't want to close it, I want it open. There we go. Open the door a little. Quite a good jumper, too. Yeah, I think so, too, that they would do something like that, but Nintendo doesn't feel like it's in their best interest to do so, I suppose. They just want to control. But Nintendo's always been a little bit of weird when it comes to their back catalog, because they almost feel like they're almost surprised when it sells well, right? The classics. The NES and SNES classics sold like hotcakes, and they're like, oh, that's weird. Oh well, let's stop making them. You know, and it's really bizarre the way they approach it, too. I think there are ways for them to do it, right? Or, like people said, too, like, you know, if you could just buy, like, a bundle of games for a fixed price, or a ROM collection for a fixed price, or whatever, people would pay it, and they would make bank, but it feels like they don't want to legitimize the idea of ROMs or something. I'm not sure. It's just people are pirating them anyway, so you might as well just get actual money from it, but it's Nintendo. They're weird with their back catalog stuff. Okay. Well, I'm out of ideas on where to go now. This is back here. Hack everything I can find, I guess. I should go check back at where that tower was. Hi, Zoe. Can't tell if that's anything up there. That's an exploding barrel. Ouch. These doors are both closed. This one looks like it can't open at all. Oh, I'm more than happy if anyone wants to look it up or just have any idea on where to go now, because I'm kind of running out of ideas on where to check. Oh, it's falling down here. Those are mana things that our character don't use at all, so there's no reason to pick those, or there's nothing to use mana, at least yet. I'm not sure if the paladin gets stuff later for mana. Right now, there is nothing to use. I was back up here. Might be another secret somewhere, so I gotta find... Where's that tower again? We'll explore a little bit around that. That was out here. Don't you walk on turning off the stream now, Zoe. Waiting for her to walk on the enter key or something and turn off the stream. She has turned off the power switch before on the power strip under my desk for all the retro stuff, and that shut things down pretty quickly. At least the retro computer turned off, but not the stream. The hazards of cat ownership. Not here. Up here. Is there anything else secret over here? Take that tree. I don't think so. I mean, I got the mill key here. Oh, look at that. The, you can see the edge over there of the, texture, the skybox texture ends there, so it's just stretching it when I jump. Oops. Not like I'm in a weird secret place or anything. It's pretty funny, though. That looks interesting up there. No. I already jumped from there, right? Oh, this is where this takes me. Okay. Anything in here? What's the pickup in here? Oh, no. Oh, that's the worst. Either you're gonna have to redo it, or it's gonna get corrupted, which is even worse. Jump on a tree. That's cool. Think I can break the tree. Well... I may have to cheat and look up the, where to find the castle key here, because I'm not sure what to try next. If it's just a secret somewhere, or what? I feel like I explored everything in the castle. Could be something else somewhere else. Oh, no. Just had to reinstall? That stinks. Does this moat go anywhere else? Just here. Swings that sword pretty good underwater, I gotta say. Evening. I was gonna try in Sankuha, trying to pronounce your name there. Or if I butchered it, but... We are currently stuck in Hexen II, and I may just have to look this up. In interest of the stream. Because I'm not sure where to get the castle key now. If that's found somewhere else, I might just cheat. Hexen II castle key. Cheat, cheat, cheat. It's located in Dark Mirror, and it's used to unlock a room containing the swamp key. Okay, so I don't have to do that, so I need Loric. Bones of Loric, where are they located? Those are in the Black Marsh dungeon. Not surprisingly, in the Tomb of Loric. Hmm. Interesting. You need the Bones of Loric, so I know that, but where do I find them? Before getting Loric's bone dust, you must first find his bones. Those are in the Black Marsh dungeon, not surprisingly in the Tomb of Loric. So where's the Black Marsh dungeon? Hmm. Uh... Hmm. Sorry, now I'm just literally just looking up stuff because I just not sure where to go. Evening Solar, we're playing Read the FAQ to figure out what the heck to go in the game. Collect it and go to Barbican. Catapult. Evening Synergy 87. Yeah, it's there's a lot of maintenance to do on a lot of the computers I have, so goodness, yeah. That's the thing. That's the challenge with the streams. I would love for more people to join, but it is difficult with the different time zones, which is cool. I mean, there's people all over the world watching, which I think is awesome. I am planning to do probably a Saturday mid-morning stream sometime, so some of the European friends and international people can join more easily. And that might I'll advertise it beforehand because I have something special in mind for that. It will be a special event, I think. So to get a chance for people to kind of hang out that don't normally get to, because there's a lot of people that watch the stream afterwards, which I do appreciate a lot. But I also feel bad I can't, you know, stream in a better time for more people, and this is what works for me. So, all right, you got all your parts for your Pentium 3 machine. The dyer will be in the stables. Goodness, let's see. Waterway. Cross the drawbridge and follow the passage to the open market area. Go right to find the castle entrance. Unlock the doors. Where do I get the castle key then? Hmm. Open the window and watch the spiders drop into the moat and go right up. Swim up to the mithril door on the left to transform it to wood. I don't have the mithril. This is complicated. Swim up to the mithril door. So the castle key is actually in the moat. But you have to transform the... I'm so confused, because this mithril door is here, but I don't think I can transform it yet. Sorry about just reading FAQ, because I'm just really confused now on what to do. Missing something obvious here, it feels like. Let's see. Go down the hall. How is everyone else doing while I'm reading this FAQ? Triangular switch on the bridge. Oh, okay, so there's a thing earlier that has a thing underwater that has a switch that opens the teleporter to get to the bones. So, I think that might be the missing key here in this puzzle, as it were. We're gonna run back. I think into Black Marsh. I think, yeah. We'll see if this leads us on the right path. So before here, there should be a... Yeah, there should be a triangular switch underwater here somewhere. If I'm in the right place. Maybe not. Through a cave. Open the bars, and there's the switch. Here we go. Hey, Tyler. Welcome back. You just avoided seeing me embarrassing myself getting completely lost in Hexen II. But now we're back. And then the stream is starting to have problems. Just good timing all around. Hopefully it catches up again here. Should be back up and running here in a second. Just my luck with my internet, which is kind of frustrating that it just kind of bombs out once in a while, but it's back now. Certainly not on my sheet anymore. So if I freeze up there or you buffer for a second, that was me, not your internet, so. Alright, now we're back in business. Can I get that? Alright. There we go. Crater of Might. Alright. Yeah, a true Windows 98 machine is something that's just awesome to have. It's, again, one of my favorite eras. Of course, a proper Windows 98 machine is just fun to have, and there's so many games you can play with it. And so that's the beginning of the game here. Now we're on track. He did. Well, this is a little creepy. I feel like this is a trap. I shouldn't go in there, but what the heck? Aha, you found a tomb of Loric. We have the bones. Them bones are now ours. Can the tomb come down? Well, that was easy. Just walked up and got the bones, I guess. I'll have to jump down here and explore too. It feels like there should be something down here. Yep. Always something in the water. Well, that's a little creepy. Whoa, it's a teleport. Nice. Nice, yeah. What, if you don't mind me asking, if you want to keep it a secret, that's fine too. I don't mind at all, but not a secret, but if you want to keep it a surprise, what video card did you end up with for that? I know you talked about a live card, because that's really is, you know, if you're going to get one Windows 98 card for Windows 98 gaming, the live card's probably the one that's the most classic. But I'm curious what the video card you're using too. It is time to mill it. We're gonna go mill the bones down. Let me in. Okay, I think the mill was this way. Or not, and we're getting lost again. We'll find out. It's all part of the experience. Yes, this is using Voodoo 2. So this is GL Hexen 2. Basically the same as GL Quake. I mean, it's identical engine. It is the Quake engine, so yeah, it's Voodoo Accelerator right now. And we played earlier, and I can actually disable it again now. We can see pixel on, and we can actually disable the texture filtering that Voodoo is so known for, and now you get a pixelated view instead, which reminds me a lot about, you know, modern retro shooters, right? It's, you know, gets a very nice, like, retro feel to it while still being accelerated, which is a cool thing, so. Alright, I got the bones. Go outside to gather the dust. There it is. So now we have the bones, and we can go back and do the ritual. So it's a cool... I mean, think about it this way, again, it's like Quake 1 is just a pure shooter, right? But this has this, like, you know, going back and forth and doing little quests, and, I mean, it's pretty creative what they could do with just this engine, so we'll definitely give them props for that. You know. Say, Tyler, how are you doing? I know you, I think you were moving a while back and everything, so, again, I never, ever feel bad for not showing up to the stream. I never expected, so... just hopefully everything's going well with you. Let's see. I have the bones. I need to get to the... Where was the... wizard thing. I think it was through here, yeah. Alright. That will give us the mithril, and then we can swim down. Yeah, I'd be curious about that one too. I was just reading on something too. I think I played the demo of it, and I tested a little bit on a retro machine as well. You need the bones. Potion of mithril transmutation. Haha. Let's go to the castle and transmute that hole, which will give us a key. Has anyone played Link's Awakening on Game Boy? Because you get like a freaking like one item and you keep trading it around the island of that game, and that's what it feels like. So, is it too bright? So the reason it's a little bright is that I actually do that in capture software because it gets very dark otherwise. So I can turn down the brightness a little bit. You can see there. I actually increased the brightness in the capture because otherwise it was very, very dark in the dark areas. So you can see it changed there immediately as I messed around with it. But all right. I can't wait to see. If you want to drop something when it's done in Discord, I always love seeing new retro setups. It's awesome. Especially when you all of a sudden come into a lot more space. And it's like, oh my goodness. I know that when we moved into this house and I got access to this basement, and it was just like, yay, all right, let's go, you know. Eating Adam, welcome. Yes, I haven't played this game much at all, which is why we're kind of stuck now, but... You have transmuted the mithril wall to wood. You got wood, as it were. All right, there we go. See, we're not going to joke like that, because we're a highbrow channel here, so... Okay, all right, we think we finally have the stupid key that was in there, so... All right, have a good delivery run, Bruce. Appreciate all the work you do getting all those packages out to all the people. It's important work. I need my stuff. Okay, now we have the key. We can actually open this door. Now we're progressing. Aha! I'm gonna start using some of our cool items we have. I'm not sure what they'll do, but I know Tome of Power makes me, like, roided up, so... yeah, this was not a good game to play on early. And for those that aren't aware, I am playing... Let's see if I can find my mouse here. Where did my mouse go? There it is. I am playing on a CRT, so this is a 19-inch ViewSonic CRT, so that's what I'm playing. I just see it rolling because the shutter speed on the... or the refresh rate on the webcam that you're watching through now is not matched to the monitor, but... So I play on this, and of course you see then the movement going on, so I split the signal, but you can see my little capture... stuff running up here too, or the YouTube controls, so... But, so I get to play it on CRT, because it is hard to translate a game like this to flat. That's always the challenge. It looks a lot better on a CRT in general, because you might benefit them from the smoothing and everything, so... Anyway, I was going to say, Tyler, feel free to post pictures when you get your retro stuff set up, because I'm always eager to see retro stuff. Palace entrance, can I get in? A magical barrier blocks your way. Yes, sorry. I saw you said Sound Blaster there. 501 or GeForce 2 MX. Very nice. Yeah, the 2MX, I think it's like people want to shade it or something, but it's a great card for retro gaming because it's basically the equivalent like a GeForce 1 card. But then this guy looks... I'm roided now. Put the Tome of Power on. Let me at him. I hear sheep. The shop. Glass? This is cool. I like this design here. This is awesome. Very nice. Yeah, that's that should be a really good machine solar for just, you know, doing all the good Windows 98 stuff like Windows 98 gaming. They'll be able to you know, power through pretty much all the early to mid-late 3D titles, you know, all the Windows 98 stuff. Great place to start, and something that won't break the bank either, because I mean, let's be real, that it's actual see-through glass. A lot of retro stuff anymore has gotten just so expensive. Like, you know, again, this Voodoo 2, you know, you can replicate or get equal or similar performance on other video cards, but the Voodoos are just, the Voodoo tax has gotten just stupid. It's unfortunate. I wish more people could experience it, but... Wreck it. wreck everything. There's nothing up here except that. But this was to me, this was a breath of fresh air compared to then Quake, which again, industrial complex, brown, very brown. Not saying this isn't brown too. It's very brown, but it has a little flair to it and feels like, you know, this is what people wanted to make all those years. Well, it sucks to be whoever was running the shop before. That I believe, yeah, because a lot of those parts you're picking are good choices for a first-time build like that. Stables. But then you gotta get something to put it all into. What the heck is that? Like an imp. It feels like the refresh on character movement in the Quake engine is so slow. It's just kind of jerking around, and it just, you know, for me that's nostalgic, but the Glyph of the Ancients. Cool. And of course, with 4 different playable characters, it gives you a chance to experience the game with different things. Because you can play as a Necromancer, which is a kind of like a, you know, physically weak spellcaster, but then can cast strong spells. The Tailor's Closet is locked. Why is the Tailor's Closet locked? That makes me mad. Awesome. Yeah, slot. There's something. Definitely have a very soft spot for all the slot motherboards and everything. Slot 1 is the one when you get to building a Windows 98 machine. Where does this go? That golem really hurts. Got a lot of stuff now. Oh, the boost speed. Let's see. I don't know what that does. We'll try it next time we run into an enemy. Some of these might be for casters too. Oh. Well, that blew me up. I haven't saved in a while, but the Mystic Urn saved me, so that's good. Let's save. Did that really drop me back here now? It's true, otherwise if I would have died there, that would send me back a long way. So that's cool. I think that thing just blew up like a barrel next to me, and I exploded from that to get minus 90 hit points, so, you know. Cool. Ow. Those guys really hurt. Yeah, there you go. That should set you for just about anything when it comes to game installation for a long time. Meat locker? With spiders in it. Ew. That's probably not cool. The Mystic Urn. Feel like I'll need it. Is there anything in here? Feels like this would be a room for secrets. A meat locker. Alright, fair enough. The Mystic Urn, of course, saved me once. We'll definitely take one more again. And it's funny, it feels like this machine then is able to protect lots of items now. This machine is more than enough for this requirement on this game. But it feels like, to me, again, the movement, the jerkiness of the movement, and how the character moves around. Sheep. Be free! I've freed you! We'll live free! No? Fine. Is it a trademark of the Quake engine? It just feels like it updates infrequently or something. Yeah, and the fact that they do have... Well, this is the entrance. That there is interactive objects or breakable objects. It gives a big feel to the world being interactive. I think it just restarted this whole area, actually, so... Alright, well, that's fine. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I play on the easy difficulty, because I'm a chum, and I like also not dying over and over and over on live stream, so... yeah, it's on the easy. Leg of mutton, right? Wreck it all. Yeah, I play on easy because I like to progress in the game. And mostly it's just the amount of time we have. And also I'm not very good at these games. So I don't want you to have to watch... Actually, I have armor now. You have to watch me just constantly die and like restart and... exactly. I took an item, I gotta wreck something. I'm gonna wreck it. Holy Warrior of Royd. This is actually a paladin of the War God in this universe, I think so. Interesting enough, it does the same movement even on 640 by 480, or say when this voodoo is not taxed at all. This voodoo too. Die, my goodness. Still exploding. How are you still exploding? You're dead. Is there one in here? Yeah, there is. Jerk. But yeah, it's still indicative of the time and everything. And it also is just like, you know, we're kind of spoiled with many times playing a game now and you get 60 FPS straight across, you know. Welcome back, Foil. Your sandwich is good. Welcome back, Joda. Yeah, we got the pixelated settings again on here now. Just to spice it up a little bit, change it up. But it was an eye-opener for me that you could run with the voodoo acceleration and disable all those settings. Just flying along now. So much to explore. It's like a whole medieval village. Let's see. Whoops. Nice. I'm hungry now. I feel like I should wreck everything because there could be secrets behind it, right? Yeah, exactly. There's always a little more performance to be eked out of anything. Ooh, we got 104 HP now. I think I leveled up again. Oh, that's right. Abilities, free action, which I think lets you swim without using... but we're going to save again now. I'm going to try and save a little more. Because I don't want to have to replay a whole bunch. So the sound changes, I think, when you hit something that's breakable, so... It's definitely struggling. Look at that! Huh. Nice armor. That's the jerk that killed me earlier. Alright, see you later, Chris. Have a good one. I think this is where I got killed by that jerk he just gibbed me. This is up on top of the roof, so it's just a really cool environment, so... Yeah, it definitely needs optimization. I mean, I'm running basically the last official patch, and that's about it. If you ran this, I think you can run this on a modern machine now, because you can see the Voodoo 2 just can't keep up here at 800 by 600 at this wide open area. It starts chopping. Still, very era-appropriate, I would say, as far as, like, the performance. Now it runs very smooth down here, so... Yeah, breaking everything, and it seems like it just hides a lot of secrets behind those little areas. So... Okay, that took me back here, then. It's weird, so there's actually... Maybe, oh, I see. That teleporter is actually what... It brings you up here, and they may have hidden that, but they wouldn't have let this be broken there, too. Yeah, exactly. Could definitely be the CPU. Which I have some plans of fixing as well, because the Voodoo 2 definitely could use a little more breathing room. It's not a... Boy, that guy just really hurts. Not sure if enemies are respawning or what, but... So that's a tailor shop. I've been in there. That's the exit. Stables. Because it felt to me like they put the teleport under, which then dropped you on the spot above. Which is probably how they do it. They hide teleporters, right? But why would they make it breakable? I think we figured out, so the version I'm using, the CD I got, seems like it doesn't play the, it's not spinning for anything, so I'm not sure. I did buy it on GOG just to kind of have the license, but the version I'm running here now, actually running, apparently does not have the audio on there. I think it uses CD Redbook audio otherwise, so make your conclusions from there on what version I'm running, so. We'll enable the pixel mode again, or disable it. Make it smooth again. This is more what you expect from the Voodoo. And you can actually fine-tune the settings for that as well. There's a whole article on it, on how to change the different filtering options and everything. And this is, you know, this is Voodoo for me. Like, you know, this chain texture here, this looked amazing because it blended everything. And look at how amazing that looks. Yeah. I will not be running SLI anytime soon on the Voodoo because finding one is hard enough anymore. Finding two is near impossible. Stables. I'm not sure if that's a different area or is that where I came from? No, I haven't been here. Okay. Oh. I'll save. Yeah, look at this texture here. Ooh. Oh, there's a guy up there shooting at me, that's what. Hang on, good sir, while I jump up here so I can slay thee. Don't move, I'm coming right there. I'm coming to you. Oh. Knocking him down. Oh, hello. Yeah, a little more intense now. It would be really good if I could shoot, but... Yeah, definitely it might run smoother on 640x480, but it has all the hallmarks of those early Voodoo games, or, I mean, GL Quake, of course, this actually is. Oh yeah, we're gonna wreck it. But again, I thought having something that look like real environments. Anything behind here? But the fact you can wreck this is pretty cool. Wreck everything. Not that though. Oops. Hey, I'm leveling up now, so I'm getting more and more health, and I think more strength and stuff like that. So it's got RPG light elements in here. Spiders, lots of spiders. Yeah, nice blocky bales of hay there. Random dudes everywhere in the hay. Any secrets here? Very strong hay. See, that's the problem, is there's so many cool games from different eras. Like, every era is really unique. And trying to experience all of it is near impossible, so... Hello? You mind opening that for me? No? No? Come on. Sure. Fine. Something I just did, and I'm not sure for the people who follow me on Twitter or not, but, so we bought a new pre-built for my wife, because her computer was really old, and buying a video card now is just such a gamble, or finding anything is near impossible. So, we bought a pre-built for her that came with a 3060 Ti, so that's what I grabbed for my machine now, so I do finally have ray tracing. I've been playing around with that and having a lot of fun. Cyberpunk. I was playing Control last night. I was really impressed with the ray tracing there. That was really good. Oh. There we go, get some health going. And the 3060 Ti that I got, or that we got with the pre-build, is definitely not the top of the line, whatever, but it is stark the difference a 2-generation newer video card, because I went from a 1080, GTX 1080, to the RTX 3060 Ti, and, like, I played Witcher 3 again, and just cranked the setting to max, and it didn't skip a beat, you know, in ultra-wide 1440p. Whereas before, I had to turn some settings down for that 1080 to handle that, so... all around the rafters. I'll look at what all these items do, because I feel like I'm not using them to their full potential. Yeah, it feels like right now, again, the boomer shooter style, or this era, seems to be getting very popular, but now it feels like we're getting a little bit into, maybe, some of the PlayStation N64 retro stuff, if you will. People are, like, nostalgic for that now. For a long time, it was like everyone was just hyper-nostalgic for 16-bit, and that was it. But, you know, as much as I did a lot of 16-bit, I know there's a generation younger that played more of those early 3D games, and it feels like that's becoming more nostalgic. Whoa! He just really took off that ladder. Dang it! Hexen guy's worst nightmare is this ladder here. Whoa, look at that skybox. Nice. Thanks. Okay, PS2 era, I could see that. Yeah, that kind of platformer, or like 3D character platformers have become kind of a resurgence, yeah. I have not yet. I was planning on streaming that sometime. I will probably stream it on the CRT and then do full 4:3 aspect ratio and everything and play it like Quake 2. Figured that would be a fun stream sometime. I haven't tried it yet, so what I've tried so far, and I've only had it for a few nights now, stable key, has been Cyberpunk 2077, which granted looks really good ray traced. I tried Control, really impressed by that one. And then I tried just cranking Witcher 3 that does not have ray tracing yet. I think they're working on a patch for that. And I will say Control really impressed me, and I think it's just because it's realistic looking. You know, it's like... Or what did they do ray tracing? I thought they were working on a ray tracing patch for Witcher 3. Did they? I thought they were working on one, but at least when I was playing the game using the GOG Galaxy client yesterday, I did not see ray tracing settings in there, but I could be mistaken too. But I'm curious. But Control really, really impressed me. But again, it might be the realistic setting, quote unquote, and the very like kind of the brutalist architecture in that game, right? There's very sharp corners, realistic materials. That really blew me away how good it looks. And like, yes, I've heard Minecraft is supposed to be really cool too. I definitely need to check that out. I had someone recommend that to me. I have a coworker who has a 3080 Ti, and he... Why am I going in circles here? He always raves about both VR and ray tracing. It's kind of his thing. They're stacking hay awful high up here. I think I've been through here, maybe? I have not. Let's murder everything. Justified murder, right? Explode. Whoa, that is... Those are some big tools there. Oh, look, a spider. Trying to save a little more often, so when we inevitably die, we don't lose that much time. But yeah, Control so far in playing that really sold me on ray tracing, because Cyberpunk is really cool, especially during night and in the like dark settings underground, or like say in like a lab underground or something. Then it looks really cool. But Control, I think the first wow thing for me was that I was just going into a room and there was a CRT TV hanging up, and you saw the exit sign behind you and her hair like reflected perfectly in there. I'm like, wow, this, this looks really realistic, so. Very nice. Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that they've done with the GTA 5 world, right, to make it look really, really, really realistic. With different shaders and whatnot, right? Because you can, and here, I'm a total noob when it comes to this, so correct me anytime. But the shaders can be used to basically inject ray tracing theoretically into just about every game, right? Or any game. So I need to find the stable key now, then. I suppose it's behind here. No? No? Alright, fine. Because we have the Taylor key. Do not have it. We do not have the Taylor key. There's a locked thing in the Taylors. So this is up here. Is there anything up here? This feels like this will be a secret up here. Whoa, we broke the skybox here. This is a little trippy. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. Pretty funny if I get a copyright mark for humming the Twilight Zone music. Because I got a, not a copyright mark, but, oh, I think the mouse wigged out again. Yep. Again. Yeah, it's like Windows just decides to... Switching inputs here. Switching back to the other KVM. At least the game doesn't crash. I think it's the machine itself that's wigging out, so... We're doing performance-related reboots, right? That's the official term. Just, you know, reboots to clear up performance. So yeah, I'm not sure. I may just have to abandon this mouse for this particular setup. As much as I like using it, this just does not like to play with wheel mice. Or what I should do, yeah, is just get a better KVM switch. I had one in mind that has a audio integrated. That would make it a lot easier, because right now I have a separate audio switcher and then a metallic, like trip-light standard, like 4-port thing, so... Yep, just take a reboot every hour to keep the game running smooth, just like the old days. Yeah, there you go. G5s are really nice machines. I have several G4s, and I had fun, and we've streamed on those several times too, and I had fun playing with them. That's the problem, it's just wanting everything, right? You want everything from every era, but that's the problem. I'm trying to decide what to do, because I'm trying to build up more stuff than I will ever use, or things I've already covered. And yeah, I'm trying to decide them if I should. That's true, when it's not a boot screen. It's pretty quick. So this machine then with just the SD card reader is pretty quick for booting, so. So that boot up sound, I believe, is the AW64 Gold software bundle, which installs the Sound Blaster boot up sound. On your live, I believe you'll probably get that cracking, like, lightning strike, right? That live uses, I'm pretty sure. But the AW64 uses that, unless I'm mistaken there, so... Okay. I'm trying to sound like a broken record, but I also never want to say something with absolute certainty unless I know it for absolute certainty. So when I say, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, or that I think, whatever, I just don't want to come across like I know everything, because I certainly do not. That's a sheep. He's getting a gibbed. Splatter. I have enjoyed, someone, when I played Daikatana, pointed me to Civi 11. And I've had a lot of fun watching his videos. They are just hilarious, and covering FPS games. Yeah, I bet you can. I mean, that startup sound, probably, if you just search for, like, I'm assuming, like, AW64 sounds or startup sounds. Otherwise, I can probably just throw in Discord or something. I can probably extract it and drag it in there somehow. So I can't get through here yet. think that's doing anything. Assume this is a different way in here. Alright, we have to find some more keys. So now we're back to, like... Yeah, I could wreck some of them. I can wreck it! Just a few of them. This game would be interesting to play on... with a different character, so... Oh, that's true, yeah. You can probably just... I'm gonna wreck it. You could probably, yeah, extract the audio from there. Otherwise, I can probably just grab it off this machine, because it will point somewhere on this thing here. So if you want to, I can drop it on Discord eventually. Otherwise, yeah, you can just open and find it probably somewhere in the... Oh, that's just the fire underneath there. The fire that rages within, as it were. I mean, destructible environments is cool, but this dude is a jerk to everything. Wreck everything. Ah. I have a soft spot for Final Fantasy VII Voodoo Accelerated because I never played it on PlayStation. I played it on a P2 300 with the Voodoo 1 card in it, and so that's how I experienced Final Fantasy VII, and I really, really enjoyed that game. It is a favorite of mine. Just hit at the right time. Oh, the mouse wigging out again. It's weird. It's like when it's sometimes when it's kind of stuttering and it just goes bonkers. Barrel tossing. Yeah, and I seem to remember when I was playing it in the bicycle or motorcycle chase scene after you leave the Shinra Tower. I don't think it has like a speed protection, if you will. So the Voodoo 1 in that game, if I remember right, just makes it go like stupid fast. You're normally supposed to be like driving motorcycles and like hitting the soldiers, and he just swings like a propeller because the FPS was just basically unlocked. But yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that game, and I think that streaming an RPG like that is probably not great for that because it's just so much dialogue and so much slowness. But maybe I will sometime. There was a ladder here, but I feel like I'm missing something somewhere. See, I have a torch. I'm gonna walk around with a torch next to the hay. That's probably good. I think I've been in here. A map would be just really dandy. Okay, you need a stable key. I don't have that. Ooh, that's true, yeah. I should try that out, the full experience there, because then you run really well, too. Oop, there was a hidey hole up there. We're gonna get to that hidey hole. Requires some precision platforming from Hexen guy here who runs like a frickin'... That didn't work. I'm gonna have to disable always run for that one. Like I'm just gonna run off there constantly. That's the thing, too. You can emulate things so well today. Of course, you know... Aha! You have the helmet. I have the helmet. I did really, really enjoy the new He-Man show. Both seasons. Thought they were really, really good. Hexen guy's a jerk to hay. Well, hey. I thought that was a really good show and how they kind of went their own way and made their own thing, so... You have not seen the new He-Man on Netflix. Now, in the US at least, it's on Netflix. But, so Kevin Smith of Mallrats fame and all the other things Kevin Smith's famous for, made a continuation of He-Man. I'm trying to remember what the title of it was now. What was it? Can someone help me out on that? I don't remember what they called it. But yeah, there's 2 seasons so far in there. Was there a switch in there? Did I push it real good? I'll have to go back and look. You mean in this room or somewhere else? Nope. Nope. Let's see, there's no switch here. It's not She-Ra. This is actually a brand new show that came out recently, and it was like He-Man Revelations or something like that. It basically focuses on, and not so much on He-Man, but a lot of the supporting characters. And I thought it was really well animated. I'm a big sucker for good hand-drawn animation, and it was really cool. Skeletor is voiced by none other than Mark Hamill, and he just has fun with it, as it should be. Oh, you're right. What is this then? Thank you for that tip. That did open something. I heard a chunk somewhere. Aha! Thank you very much. That would have been... Explode these things too. A shovel? You possessed a shovel. Did it turn into Shovel Knight now? Okay, so we can dig something now then. I can dig it. Revelation, okay. Yeah, I thought it was really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. It basically, like, tries to extend the mythos of He-Man. Like, they continue the lore. It continues where the show, the original cartoon left off from the 80s. And, like, literally expands the lore of it. I think it was exceedingly well made. So, now, it does not, like... It's not just He-Man kicking ass for 2 seasons. That is definitely not. Let's just say He-Man has a bad time. And a lot of supporting characters get a lot of airtime. And I enjoy that, so... Is there a button to use a shovel? Is there dirt here? Let's see if there's a button for that. Swim up, lift object, use inventory item. Torch. Nope. And I don't think I can... It's not an active inventory item. It's just sitting here, so you can just use it in some scenarios, I think. So... I can't do the quote from Mystery Man, but... God gave me a gift, and that gift is shoveling. I shovel real good. For anyone who hasn't played Shovel Knight, that is also a great retro throwback platformer, like a Mega Man-esque platformer. So, it's in the inventory here, but these items are not usable. You see the ring down there, for example. Because this inventory item is just my active inventory, if you will. But the shovel's not in here. These are, like, consumable. Yeah, he really is great. The panda liver and everything. But then this is, like, permanent inventory, if you will. Like, for example, you see the helmet down there adds armor, or the water-breathing ring. So the shovel is just something I have. I think I probably, like, it's basically like a key. So when I get to a place that says, like, you need the shovel, that's what I use that for. So, at least the way I understood it here. So I just need to find somewhere to dig. It's funny, I haven't seen that movie in years, but I remember it's just so funny. A movie of the era, too, but what a movie. I thought that was just funny and good through and through. Now, what is that, 2003, something like that? That was a long time ago. It was before all the superhero craze went on, you know? The full superhero craze, I should say. Okay. Yeah, that is just so great. 99? Oh, man. Earlier than I thought, yeah. And still we're at the height of his power. Can I shovel through here? Man. 99. Time flies. That is over 20 years ago now. Just saying. 23 years ago, right? That's crazy. That's a long time. Can I shovel anything here? Anyone need any shoveling? No? So now we're back to just hunting keys and stuff. Right? So the shovel... Maybe I should go back to the other area. This is the stables, so... of course, yeah, VHS. What I really want to do now, so for those that follow me on Twitter, you might have seen that I posted I have a new JVC D-Series TV, which has become our primary retro TV. I'm a real fan of it. It's component input, curved, looks great on the Mister. Um, wow. Yeah, the All Stars at this point is definitely associated with Shrek for me, no doubt. But I would like to hook up. I have a black 360, the slim one, hooked up to HDMI to the flat panel, but I'd like to take my white original 360 and hook it up to the TV using components so I can watch stuff on there. So, do we have anywhere we need to dig? Yeah, I can wreck that table. Wreck that table. Ooh, that looks like I can wreck this. You know what? We're gonna punch this. Take that. Anything else I can punch up here? Yeah, that's the thing. So the cool thing then, using a 360, you can still stream Netflix on there. And also it has YouTube on there. So it gives you a pretty easy way to get pretty high quality, like if you just watch a 4x3 music video, or, I'm sorry, music video, 4x3, say like DuckTales, like I tried. I did in one video actually. It looks really good. So it's a nice way to get that on. So the magical barrier. Can I punch that thing? No. This is the entrance. Barbican. So this is the beginning here. We need to find a way to take that shield. I'm pretty sure, yeah, PS3 and Xbox 360 still have a PS or a Netflix app, I believe. But I don't know if... I haven't tried streaming Netflix directly on there, because I don't know what happens to 4x3 content. Like Netflix, I'm not sure if that produces that still. You set the console output to, you know, proper 4x3, then in theory that should be fine. But yeah, that's what I use the 360 for, so... You can also use the Wii and all that stuff, but the nice thing with 360 for me, I'm assuming the PS3 is the same, is the, that YouTube access, so... That's right, I think you mentioned that before. I tried it one time, and I just wasn't smart enough at the time to get it working. But that is a great option, too. And I think it's one of those, you use a secondary ATI card, right, and CRT driver forces the resolution and refresh rate that the CRT recognizes, so... The Wii is a really good all-purpose, like, retro device, because you soft mod, yeah, you probably can. Unfortunately, it's in widescreen, right? So you're gonna have black bars on a CRT, unless you... That's... I wish I had space for it, but an HD CRT would be awesome. Like a full, regular, like, you know, 30-plus inch HD CRT would be awesome to play, you know, your everything from GameCube and more of the widescreen stuff, but there's so many cool stuff that would be... Look at this, like even a little dormer design here. I have not wrecked this bookshelf. I'm gonna punch it. Yeah, the savior of the land? I don't know, he was just running around punching everything, and he broke everything, so now that the evil lord is defeated, we have nowhere to live, because he broke everything with his fists. Go punch some meat. No secrets here. You mad at me now? There we go. That's true. Make sure everyone can work later here by wrecking everything. But still, the interactive, the fact you can do that stuff was a far cry from Quake, where it was just shoot everything that moves, you know? Mm-hmm. I think I might have to again. I still have it up from before, so let's look. Let's see. Black Marsh 3. Let's see. Okay, drop down this passage to the spider's den. Okay. Go to the return to the four-way intersection near the butcher's. Keep going straight until you see the door to the inner courtyard to the left. Enter it. Go left and up to the guillotine. Okay, so did we see a guillotine? So this is the butcher shop then. We're right here. So this is the four-way intersection. Keep going straight until you see the door for the inner courtyard. Okay, that's it. Oh. Well, okay, enter it. Is there a guillotine here? I think I'm in the wrong spot. Or does it assume I've taken the magical barrier down? That's a palace entrance, so that's not right. Yeah. Let's see. It's the four-way intersection near the butcher's. Keep going straight until you see the door to the inner courtyard. To the left, okay. Inner courtyard, enter it. So have I... Oh, maybe I haven't been in the inner courtyard yet. That's just where I need to go. Maybe I just never entered this. I actually, when I got the new 32-inch JVC D-Series, I actually opened it, and I was messing with the magnets while I was running, and that was a little hairy. So for those not aware, a CRT has a very, very high voltage charge inside the tube itself. So if you touch the wrong part, it will go in through you, and it could literally kill you. So you got to be really... Okay, I have not been here. Well, here we are. This is clearly the area I need to go now, so we're going to wreck it in here. Oh, we need some items here now. I have a ton of stuff. Let's see what these things do. Oh, that teleports me back to the beginning, so that's useful. I don't know what this does. Probably a mine or something. Yep. Oh, wow, that's what killed me. It's a little like a huge bomb. A bomb? So I should use that with caution then. Wow, that's a good swish sound there. So what I did, basically, the idea is then a CRT basically has like a tube, right? And when that's what we call the actual glass of the tube. And it's a solid piece, solid 1 unit. It's sealed vacuum tube. So it basically has the CRT that you look at in the front, and it thins out on the back, where basically the electron gun sits and shoots the beam on the screen. And to control that, there's a big magnet or a yoke attached to the back of the CRT, and that deflects the beam where it needs to go, which is how you get the beam filling the screen. So on a lot of TVs, you can adjust that where it goes by like size and stuff like that in the service menu. On a PC CRT, you can do that a lot through just a menu. But for a regular consumer-grade CRT, you can't often get that aligned correctly, so then you have to crack it and use magnets on the back of the tube to divert the beam. So that's what I did. And it was a little bit hairy to mess with that, because again, you touch that in the wrong spot, and you die. So, you know, it's fun. Exactly. I did not get shocked at all, which is a little bit of a miracle. But I have watched a lot of videos. There's a Retro Tech YouTube channel that does great repair videos on CRTs. And I watched a lot of his stuff, and that helped me gain the confidence on where you can touch, where you can't touch, etc. I'm gonna smash it real good. Evening Bitros, we do love not dying. We don't love those guys, though. I just love smashing. I got a roided out paladin here now. Is there nothing else in this shop here? Nothing else I can wreck? Oh, man. Oh. Oh. It seems like when it freezes up like that, it just breaks the mouse look. So we're rebooting again. Well, I'll tell you about it while we reboot the computer yet again because of the mouse breaking. That's weird. I think I gotta just use a different mouse. Maybe I'll just plug in the old one. I think I put it away. All right, we'll make do with this. So I wanted to really get it really good before I carried it down to the basement. I had it in the garage where a friend helped me carry it in there. And it was really bad convergence in the top right corner. And convergence, then, for those not aware, is the red, green, and blue colors were just off, which is pretty normal for a consumer set, but it was really bad in the top right corner, so I figured I could try and fix it. I was not able to fix it. So I left one magnet on one side, or magnet strip, to bend the signal a little bit on the side to make it more aligned. So I just wanted to tweak it, basically. Have a good one, Solar. See you next time. Good luck with your build. When it came to... There's a problem with the CRT as well I'd like to fix, because I've used the test patterns on it. Yeah, listen to that cool Windows 98 sound. It looks really good now, the CRT. But the yoke, I think, is just a little bit tilted. So if you look at, like, a scan line across on the very bottom, you can see it, like, dips down just a little bit in the top left corner as well, dips down. So I think it just twisted just ever so slightly. And those are shimmed in with rubber wedges, I believe, and then epoxied from the factory. So I think it just loosened up over time. I'm going to try and see if I can, again, open it up and just gently try and tilt it a little bit and see if that fixes it. I did not. Maybe I... well, no, I have... Let me check, because active desktop is not on, but I do have this stupid bar here, so... The channel bar, maybe that's the problem. This machine did not do this. Yeah, it's off right now, so... Yeah, the shadow area is a little difficult, because... So, this particular CRT I'm playing on right now, if we go to the action cam, actually has some more of a brown spot on this side here, and I think that's just from wear out of phosphor. The problem is that, like, it produces color because the beam hits the phosphor in the front right, and if the CRT is used too much over time, that phosphor wears out. I mean, it's simple as that. So there's only so much you can do, but a lot of CRTs just need some tweaking and calibrating, and that's what I did. But I'm hoping to just tweak the yoke just a little bit, and then maybe use some magnets to fine-tune it, because I got the colors really good on the JVC now, and it's a treat to play mystery games on it now. It looks really, really good. Oh, that's right. New inbox one, yeah. So that's the thing. If I put a bright white background on the CRT, that brown area becomes very obvious and apparent. But on a game like this, I haven't seen it a single time. We're playing a brown game, a very brown game, so I haven't seen it show up a single time. It's only in those specific scenarios where I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, it's kind of crummy there. So, but for now, it's great. I am a big fan of the ViewSonic Professional Series CRTs for computer. They just look really good, so I'm hoping to maybe find a different one sometime that doesn't have that problem. We'll see. So there was nothing else to smash in this room here. Sad. But it is... So the CRT I replaced was a JVC iArt that we bought new, my wife and I. And we've had it ever since. And it's been a very faithful servant, but I was really missing that curved. I think I'm a bigger fan of having a curved CRT. And that's what's so important for me now. Is that a mithril door? Just a regular door. I'm gonna wreck you. Cool to get a new... Oh, come on, not again. Feels like when I'm skipping there. PS 790, so very, very similar. So yeah, ViewSonic PS 790. And it's a 19-inch then. Something up here. Ooh, very nice. Alright, see you next week. Solder, can't wait to see all the cool benchmarks on that guy. The cool thing with these professional ViewSonic monitors is that many of them have BNC and VGA connector, so you can actually use a BNC connector style with RGB to get video on it. Well, this looks good. Well, that didn't work out. We're using the boots of speed, but we need more power, apparently. Alright, now we're talking. Come here, you. Haha. When you can see what lies in front of you. Are they just spawning here? So I can't... Yeah, it's like... What happened in there is like it's freezing. It's causing the inputs to just lag behind a little bit. And that's causing me to have the mouse problem there, so... If it freezes up again, I'll go get a different mouse, because it's getting ridiculous at that point, so it'll just take a few seconds. Yeah, I actually have... So I got from work, it was just sitting in a back room, barely doing anything. A 2004 made, I want to say. Dell, like, 17-inch black CRT, and it is... Boy, it looks so good. Now, it is a shadow mask, so you don't get that Trinitron, like, crisp, like, scan lines and anything. But it looks really good, and it's a budget CRT for, you know, commercial use from the era. But it looks so clean, and I had it hooked up for a while to my my main PC and played some retro games on it, and it just looks really good. I'm gonna save again. Do they spawn here? Beyond the wall, so I can't use anything here yet. Okay, we'll come back. 360 hertz LCD now? Good grief. Yeah, so I think that the fact that I'm actually going to work on a Mr. video probably about upscaling and filters for that, because it is an interesting thing of how much you can reproduce that feel now. I know, is it Mike Chi that made the RetroTink products? Those are getting... Ow. That really hurt. His upscalers are just phenomenal from what I can tell. I don't have one. We're going to throw a bomb on those things. I don't want to die. There we go. I gave you 2 back. Neat. They have a lot of, like, filters to make it look like a CRT, which sounds silly, you know, whatever, who needs that? Your digging pays off! The treasury key. So that's what we needed a shovel for. A shovel real good. Yeah, I would like to get a RetroTink at some point, because it feels like if you want one scaler for real consoles, that seems like the no-brainer. I know the OSSC is super powerful and all that stuff, but the RetroTink 5X right now seems like the top of the hill on that one. And yeah, I haven't tried out any of the new masks on the Mister, but you can really get it so close now to what a real CRT looked like. Now, you may prefer that or not, but the fact that the option's there. I walked over the hole and it dug automatically. I think that if I didn't have a shovel, it'd probably say, here, you need a shovel to dig here. So, thank you very much, Tyler Jane, because otherwise we would not have been able to dig that glorious hole. There we go. Oh, I can wreck it. So that was a treasurer key. There's a lot to explore here. Oh, a bookshelf. Can I wreck it? What was this then? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It gave me the treasury key, so... I hate these jerks. I do wish I had a ranged weapon, and it's a little tiring not to have that. Hello. Ooh, this looks good. The Force Cube. Use the Force Cube. See, I need co-pilots when I'm playing these kind of games. Oh, I hate those guys. Where's the bomb? Surely this will not backfire. Oh, he picked it up. He picked it up. He picked it up and tackled. Alright, that guy was not right there. He just spawned. So yeah, the game is, you know, somewhat simplistic and... Oh, well, this looks good. Ooh, helmet. This feels like a tomb here now from... Oh, so this is probably key maybe here somewhere? From Skyrim now. Come down here, you flying jerk. Hate those guys. Letter reads... My love, before the guillotine, I will break the stained glass and escape. If I fail in my grave, I will hold the key to the treasury for you. Love, Anthem. Well, we already got the shovel and shoveled your stuff up. Little tips here now, how to get through. It's gotta be the... You see a crystal wall and... Whoa! Immune to my attacks. Oh no! How do I beat that which is not killable? Yeah, this is Zoe. He is Calico. Mix something. He hangs out with us when we stream. So I need something special to defeat that jerk there. I could use a Force Cube, maybe. Yeah, that's true. They did say it was okay. The shovel got replaced then with... So where the Force Cube? Maybe that will do something with that guy. Ah, it's shooting him. But it did very little. You're supposed to have him, like, smash into the wall. Nope. Wait, so we had a crystal, right? So... Oh, ouch. That took a lot of damage. Alright, we're gonna... I'm just gonna load from that, because I don't think there's anything I can do to damage this guy yet. I'm sure I need some other special weapon, or a special item or something, but... I'm not gonna waste all my resources fighting that dude. I have the treasury... Ouch! Treasury key, so now I just need to figure out where the treasury is. If that fails, we'll look up what to do for that golem. There's still stuff to explore here, I think, so... Lots of stuff to explore here. This is where I came, maybe? Guillotine teleporter? Well, that's a little... macabre. So, then where does the treasure key go? And how did I get to where I just... was? These maps are huge. It's difficult to keep track. What do you think, Zoe? It gets spoiled with... Oh, this is open now. Oh, this is down here. Okay. Shortcut. That teleports me up. This is where I walk down. I don't feel I was done exploring the area where I opened the secret. Yeah. I just took care of the corpses for you. I don't need to thank you, I'm just doing my job, wrecking everything I can. So now... where... She does enjoy looking majestic. He mostly likes being majestic away from the puppy now, because he's like, play with me, and she's like, get away from me. Their energy levels aren't exactly matched, because she's considerably older than he is, so... So I assume I have to defeat the crystal golem. Let's take a real quick look at the walkthrough here. Go up on the guillotine. Well, that's a little interesting. But we'll do that. I'll allow it. If I can find my way back there. There's these big areas in between now where there's, you know, just exploration and trying to find your way. So you need to ride up the... Oh, I see. There's a glass there that's shattered. Ah! Can't smash any more? Oh. Ooh, look at this. Secret. Forgotten Chapel. Let's take a look in there. It's a pretty sprawling game. And we should save as well. Stream windows were wrong here. There we go. Save game. That's a cool game. I definitely would have gotten stuck in this back in the day if I just enjoy or just started playing like this. Spiders. Yeah, a new weapon now would be kind of cool. This is getting a little droll. Door is barred. Amulet of protection, why thank you, and more spiders. Well, this looks not sinister at all. A lot of flying little jerks. I gotta get them down on the ground here. Come on, land. No, that's the thing. Is like, I think that, you know, there are no hints in this game or anything. You just got to figure that stuff out and find little secrets and... Come here, you. There we go. That's why I don't feel bad using a walkthrough a little bit here and there in this game, because I want to progress tonight. I was playing this on my own. I might give it another, you know, proper try, but you know what? We're just having fun now. This is fine. Nothing bad here. Gotta be something here, right? Can I push this? No. It's funny, too, because in the games like this, like... Look at this, like... This is something, right? Steps here. Why would there be steps here? In modern games now, it's playing Control, right? And it's like, you can't see any difference in the textures or anything. It looks the same. Aha. So, how do you find secrets anymore in games? It's, like, really hard to do that. Ow. Maybe that's not a killable spider. What is this? You see a body encased in webs. Tailor's key. Alright, we can open a tailor thing. Yeah, we're okay doing this kind of stuff longer, I think, than I would today, because I just, you know, I feel like games try and respect your time a little better now. Well, I shouldn't say that. I should say they respect your time better on the individual moment, but then you play games like Assassin's Creed, and it's like 500 hours of game time. Boy, those guys do a lot of damage. For the Ancient. Should look up what all these items do. It's probably helpful. Yeah, if you played as, say, the Necromancer, for example, you would get a lot of spells and stuff like that, so you wouldn't have to rely on... Oh, I felt like punching people constantly. But right now, we're a mighty paladin with a sword, and we're going to punch people with a sword. There's relatively spiders here, too. It's a little excessive. But a force cube just shoots out. Say, this is stained glass. There's got to be stuff behind them. Just, I think that's an it's an unstated law when it comes to these games. If not, I just broke, you know, something that was nearly priceless. Nothing here. Ooh. Nope. Yeah, that is really cool, like, again, using Quake engine, so... Again, the spiders feels excessive here now. Really? Alright, so how do we get out of this place? Oh, there's a way to go here. Okay, never mind. Inner courtyard. It takes you back there. So this is... I went through this loop here, basically, to find a tailor's key. And that was it. Okay. So now we can go back to the tailor's place. Which is not an inner courtyard. We gotta work our way back to the other place, too, so... Which is all because of here. Well, I think the shop... The tailor shop, was that in the stables or here? That's the bar, or the inn, as it were. King's Court. Those big jerks. Got anything to... I think just the Tome of Power is the only thing to... make short work of these guys. They take so much... do so much damage. Yeah, that's true. You might be right there. I don't remember them using it or having it. And I reacted a little bit when I saw the... glass the first time, too. Because that does feel like it stands out a little bit. Everything does so much damage. That's what the armor's for, too. The fireplace is unusual. Well, let's crawl into that sucker. After I wreck everything in here. I'm gonna wreck it. They're really big. This is crouching. Look at that. At least there was a little text there that told you about it. This is probably fine. You feel a strong magic. You need a bead of glass. So this is where I need to come back later then with a bead of glass, apparently. Through the fireplace. Because that makes sense where you put that machinery, so... Okay, cool. Yeah, I definitely remember being in the first one. So, King's Court, I can't remember if that's... I think that's where the tailor was, so... So we'll go to Taylor, maybe we'll get the key to one of the other places and just keep going like that and unlock things. So, let's find a Taylor again. Meet. Good morning, Retro GPUs and builds. It's a very late night here now, almost midnight. The Raven's Nest, ooh. This is not the Taylor. We don't need to go to the inner courtyard. We have the meat. The Taylor over here. The shop. Don't think it was this place. Yep, exactly. It's just uneven. That's what it comes down to, right? That's what it feels like. It was not this shop. Yeah, it could really have used an actual map here. It is very challenging to navigate this. Trying to remember everywhere we went. That's the meat place. The tailor should be over here then. That's the courtyard. This goes to Barbican. We don't want to go there. So there should be a tailor shop here somewhere. So that's the meat. You know, they have the meat. Go this way. That is the inner courtyard. Raven's Nest is like an inn. So that is not where we need to go. That is really, my head is spinning, yeah. Yeah, exactly. They had to kind of think about a little bit how they can render this, because it would not fit all of it at the same time. Try and block it off a little bit. So that's the exit. Where was the tailor shop? Really? It just came from here. Looks like there's more to this map here than the meat shop. Ah! Yeah, basically, I'm trying to find the tailor again. The shop. This place? There's a tailor's... No. I remember there was a house like this that had... It was a tailor shop, and it had a tailor, like, cabinet upstairs. But now I'm trying to remember where the heck that was. Through here? Oh, this is where... Dang it. Because this place... There it is. Found a tailor. Now we have the key to open the tailor's thing. That has... Definitely not a breakable wall. Disrupt magic scroll. I assume I have to use that for that golem then. So yeah, it's an actual thing. So now... Where the heck was that golem? I think it was in the king's court, right? So... Stables, no. Yeah, it is getting a little dizzying here. You see the basic design over and over here now, how they did this. Inner courtyard. I need to go to the king's court. Right? Was that through the inner courtyard? I'm already lost again. Stables, no. Tailor. This goes up into the inner. Some health pickups here. Oh, certainly not here. Oh boy. See how much further we get here. I'm going to call here soon, but it would be nice to make a little progression here. Maybe kill a golem and we can find a way back to it. I just don't remember. I think it was in the king's court, right? So we have a map would just help tremendously here. Not here. If they let you have it. Here, I think. Inner courtyard. All right, well, we'll go to Inner Courtyard. I thought it was a King's Court somewhere, but the Inner Courtyard took us to the Guillotine place, which had the golem somewhere, right? Well, King's Court was where I was. All right, so the Guillotine, I think, was through here, right? Not the Guillotine, but the golem. The Forgotten Chapel. Yeah. I think the golem was in here, wasn't it? Or was it just that circle here to get the... So I got to the golem somewhere. No, this is just like a circle here to get the... key. Alright, thanks so much, Revenant. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the donation as always. Thank you very much. For those unaware as well, thanks to all your donations and watching and everything, I bought my first thing for the channel from Channel Funds solely, which is a new lav microphone. The old one I had with twisty ties and who knows what to keep it up, so it was not working very well. I think, wasn't there a way to... I don't know if I'm in the right spot right now, but... Because there was a place here to fall down, which you did not fall all the way down to the... Ow. No, that was just to get the key. So this whole area has nothing else then. So that's good. Keep running. Run, run, run. Keeps a respectable speed considering it's in the water, too. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I'm excited because anything that can make the production easier makes it easier to make videos, right? So, because everything that's like a pain point or something that takes a long time to make makes it harder to get over that threshold to create content. So, trying to find those hard edges and smooth it out where we can makes it a lot easier. Okay, well, it was down here. Yep, down here. That's where it was. Splat. So now, let's save. See, yeah, the magic scroll just lets me... Ow. Can you smash through here? So I can see through these magic doors now, so now I just need to find that court again, right? There was... Ow. Not cool, dude. Nothing else here. Assume there's a boss in here. I can't get through there yet. So now I need to find the way back to where that throne room was. Yeah, this is getting dizzying now with all the places to go here now. Back in the shop here. But it gives you an incentive to play the game with different character classes because they would be very different, so... Yeah, Adobe. I use HitFilm Express, and there was a bug there for a while. They came up with a new version, and it caused me to... The game, or the software crashed literally every time I watched a transition. That got a little tiring fast, so they fixed it with a patch, but that was brutal for a while there. The magic scroll. I can't get through here. Missing something else here now. Alright. Yeah, that will get us very dizzy, that's for sure. I'll play Descent again sometime too, but thanks again for your donation, as always, and thanks for stopping by. I will see you next time. Here on Rick's Random Retro. No, I'm sorry. So... Then the next thing now. Let's look at the walkthrough a little bit quick. Oh, the magical doors in the main court area, right? There's a magical barrier there now that should be open. Right? Maybe? That's how the magical scroll gets me through that magical barrier, in theory. Well, yeah, figuring all this out back in the day. Just trial and error. Right? I mean, that's what it comes down to. So now, where is that magical thing? You know, the thing with the place and the stuff. Not the tailor shop. Not the stables. This is a lot of connected areas. There, can I get through right now with my spell? Aha! Take that. Geronimo! Okay. And spiders. Yeah, that's rough to navigate. Excuse me, that is real rough to navigate. Hate those jerks. Shoot that thing! Shoot her! Just do so much damage, but I'm not sure if there's any way to avoid it. Maybe I'm not using the items here to their maximum efficiency, but... Well, this looks good. That is a throne. It's good to be the king. Oh, I can't wreck it. Paladin is sad. Ooh, fancy. Oh, come on. These jerks. Ouch, they hurt so bad. You I can deal with. Got a better way to deal with those golems. They, just pick up the missiles I throw at them. A ranged character would have no problem with them, I suppose. Secrets? Nice, wreck it. So, will that stay up here? I have a feeling the physics aren't gonna... Hey, it actually exploded. Wow, props to them. I thought it would just hover in the air, but it actually exploded. Yeah, it was rolling, wasn't it? It was, invincibility sphere. Well, that will come in handy, probably. That is not... That's a usable item, then, I'm guessing. Oh, for Pete's sake. It's a fountain. Cool. Those jerks. Can't shoot you. Can you come here? There we go. Just teleported to me. That was a poor choice. Oh my goodness, I have no health left. Oh, there's a ballista in there. Well, that's a jerk move. I can't get in there. That's supposed to be the idea here. It's supposed to be like dangerous to run around here, I suppose. Getting intense now. Definitely notice an uptick in difficulty or the amount of monsters running into now. Like, by a lot. So this place is trippy. Oops, that's the wrong button. Or edge stuck that guy, dude, and... Ooh. Can I get some of this gold? Nope. Fine. Who needs it? I'm a mighty paladin. All I need is things to smash, and I'm all good. Yeah, oh, thank you. That was a lot of fight there. So, this character, Paladin, is a melee character. It's the easiest class to play, if I understand, because this weapon costs no mana. Most of the other characters have ranged weapons, but they cost constant mana, so... it was kind of a choice on my end. You can play as a Necromancer, for example. It has a spell they can cast. And there are different things for different classes. But I think this guy gets a ranged weapon later, maybe? Whee! Suppose you can get over there. That's a really far way to jump there. Nope. Maybe with the boots of speed or something, but... Was that all there was in here? Just this treasure room? Did I get something from that? Oh, I got the pendant, so that will do something. So I got the pendant of invulnerability from the treasure room, which is supposedly important. Let's see then. That lets us do something, I suppose. Look that up while it's loading here. Let's see. I need to go to the shoppy, or the shop now. And to find the shop again. Boy, there's a lot of running around in this game, isn't there? Just endless. Which again, trying to figure this out without any help or anything, that'll be difficult. Nope, Raven's Nest. We need the shop. The shop, there we go. Oh, there's a secret in here somewhere. I'm cheating a lot now, but... shoot the chest and wall near the foot of the bed to reveal a secret shrine to the Brotherhood. Ah. It is foretold that by seeking out sand, glass, and grindstone, one may cross the crystal barrier and join with the Master of Hunger. Your quest begins at the fireplace by the forge. Return to the stables. I do have the treasury key. My goodness. Why? Yeah, it just keeps going and going with this kind of stuff, so... Oh, boy. Like, time to know where to go would be just brutal. Turn to forge. Whoop. Oh. Getting stuck again? No. Yeah, it's nuts how many were being made there for a while. And you think about it, how many CRTs were made. Yeah, that's true. I've seen there's still like quite a use for CRTs in India. I think just they're being repaired and reused and whatever, so... let's see, which way to the stables? No, no Barbican. Barbican. Yeah, I'm very happy with the new JVC. It just looks really, really good to play on, so... Stables. Like, I'm literally reading an FAQ right now, because, I mean, if we hadn't looked at this stuff up here now, we'd just gotten stuck on so many things that it's just sprawling world here now. Back to the forge. I don't remember where the forge was, but... No, can't open the door. Alright, fine. There was a door higher up too, right? That I don't have any special items now, though. What did it say? That's weird. My quest starts at the fireplace by the forge. Exit the shop and return to the stables door. Enter it. Return to the forge where you may have dug up the treasure key. Go upstairs and hit the button next to the fireplace. Enter the secret passage to follow the stable key. So we need to find that. Boy. So what house had that secret chimney in it? That's basically what we're looking for, where I was earlier. Just gotta find that again. I think it was in here. Yeah, there's the forge. Chimney is the secret. Nope. Ooh, look at that. Big nice button. That's a good one. Easy to find. More of those, please. Less of the spiders, though. We got the stable key. Boxes I can break. Now we need to find the place for the... there was a door upstairs where we got the shovel originally. And you can tell when they designed this game, they're like, where can we put more stuff, you know, to run around to make the game longer? Because if it was just a corridor shooter now, this wouldn't last, but... This is just getting a little ridiculous now, the amount of fetch questing going on here. Alright, is there one item in here? You got the breastplate. Huzzah. There's gotta be something here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, come on. I'm not sure if you guys caught that. What was happening there is the trapdoor was opening. And that basically just wrecked my HP, like, incredibly rapidly. So I lost 2 lives there just from standing on a trapdoor because the engine couldn't handle it. Frickin' A. Alright, we're gonna be done here soon anyway. Yeah, it is so confusing. Oh, for Pete's sake. Thank you. Yeah, LCDs, I mean, I managed to convince my dad, who had a business, to buy a 15-inch LCD very early on, and he could write it off, so I remember, oh, this is so cool, but, I mean, gaming on it was terrible. It was very smeary and stuff like that, but I wish I still had that one. Yeah, that was a very, very Quake thing to happen there. It would be very different to play this game. Pile of sand. Huzzah. So I can make a bead now, I assume. A glass bead. It would be very different to play this game as a caster or... Anything in here? Yep. Oh, there's that door. How do you open it? Is there a button here? Anything? For a wall thing somewhere? Hmm. I can smash it. Oh. There's no chance of you speedrunning getting through that part there easily. Oh boy. Yeah, it's gonna keep going, I think. I think that might be a good time to call it there, because the game will just not stop. We're getting closer to like getting to a boss or something. We'll save again. But yeah, I'm starting into slog now, running back and forth. And this is the third game in the series then. So, I mean, they've had time to perfect this. Well, then again, the first original ones used just a Doom game, right? You have Heretic. And Heretic 2, of course, was just the jumping around game in the third person, but this will be Hexen 1, which is similar to this one. Well, Heretic runs on Doom engine. Hexen, the first one runs on what I think is an enhanced Doom engine. You can look up and down and stuff. And then this, of course, runs on the Quake engine. So, yeah, there was one time I worked for a company and that did like computer labs for communities and stuff. And just my friend and I at work, we got a U-Haul and we basically got, I mean, it was the entire U-Haul full of CRTs and computers at the time, like Lenovo's, and we set them up all in one room into a small basement that we had to carry down a narrow staircase, and that was just like one of those you have to carry the monitor like this because you can't get your full grip around it because it's so narrow. That was a fun day. So, but yeah. It's a fun game to play anyway. I mean, it's a cool experience, and it's a very, very up the era, so I wouldn't knock the game. It's just a little obtuse in how to find stuff, because it's just kind of random. Find item A, use item B, open door C. I mean, it's like, so. Cool game. Appreciate everyone hanging out. It's fun being back after the new year. I'll figure out some other game to stream next week. I actually on that story too, because they were supposed to build like a little classroom in that basement, and we asked them to put in all the power outlets and everything. Well, they all wired it to one circuit breaker, a single one, an entire room. And we're like, well, that's not going to work. And they're like, oh, well, what do you mean? Well, all those CRTs, there was like 12 of them, right, or more. They're going to trip that breaker, and I'll be fine. What we figured out is we could run 12 computers, I think, with CRTs on one breaker, as long as we didn't turn them on at the same time. All the CRT starting will flip that breaker every time, but if we just turn on one at a time, let them spool up, then it was fine. It was that initial startup. We just went power on, and tripped the breaker, but if we just did power on, wait for the CRT to warm up, power on, and it worked until they can run a new circuit in there, because it was like one, or it was like 3 outlets, I think, so we had daisy chain power strips. It was terrible, but we got up and running, so anyway. Fun stories of IT land, so... Anyway, fun game. Appreciate everyone hanging out, and I will see you everyone next week, or catch you on Discord. I'll see if Solar's gone now, but I'll see if I can extract that sound effect that he wanted. So, fun game. Fun times. Very late. I'll see everyone next week. Have a good night, and I will see you later. Find the button. There we go. See ya.